good, everybody? What is happening? How are we doing? Are we having a good night? Are we ready for some CS? What's going on? We got stakers left, right, and center right now. It looks like all the time I see this thing blowing up. I already see some chatters too, and we just started the pre-match maybe 2-3 minutes ago. So you guys are on the ball. You guys are on the dime tonight. We usually got people popping in a little bit later on. Only 10 minutes to go before we do hop into the matchup, but we got so much to go down. A list, a schedule, interviews, as well as the tale of the tape. We're going to start with the schedule though, just so you guys get a good idea of what we got going for us tonight, just so you have an understanding as to where we will be landing this helicopter. We got our first game, obviously, as you know, STX and Jared. That's going to be the kickoff. After that, languor, Hamburger. They're going to be playing twice languor, but that's going to be at the end of the night. It's going to be Louis versus Nate. We've got Caker and Fusion. And then at the finish line, that previously mentioned, languor versus Tiski. So we're going to be pretty easily going through this one with no hitches, as we do have ourselves, as mentioned, the tale of the tape. For those of you who are unaware what the tale of the tape is, it's a cool little graphic that's been designed by the 1v1me team in order to give you guys a little bit of an insight as to what these teams are looking like in the head-to-head matchup. And I think that that's a pretty important thing that we do now have to share with you. So why don't we go over to that and see what is up with the first tale of the tape that we have tonight. STX and Raven facing off up against Jared and Crisp. You can see there's a 5-rank difference between the two teams. Jared and Crisp at the height of it at 8, 13th for STX and Raven. The win-loss hasn't been treating them well. Less than half the amount of wins they have to their losses, whilst Jared and Crisp on the flip side of that have more than double the wins that they do their losses. There is no head-to-head. They have not played against one another. It simply hasn't happened. We don't have anything to go base off of in their history, so we do have only the fact of the matter of the numbers at hand. And the first blood, if you guys are looking for somebody to super stake on for that, telling you right now, Jared and Crisp are probably the way to go. Obviously, these things can definitely shift. There's a whole 34% of the time that they aren't finding themselves that. But even still, you know, I mean, 66 is overwhelming. I think that's the highest first blood rating that we have for any team in the season thus far. And if that isn't something to go off of, I don't really know what could be. It looks like that's going to be the easiest of them to go for you guys. So with that, we have ourselves a look at what you have already put down as far as the staking is concerned. We already got some people talking a lot about these people and their predictions as to what the finish line will be on. VenomX Nate over in the Twitch chat, 9 to 5, saying for Crisp, or rather Team Jared more accurately. We've got somebody who predicted, I believe, a win for the girls, the 9 to 7 for Team STX as far as Anubis is concerned. And then looking straight up at the numbers right now, we can see that you guys also probably leaning in the camp of Jared more than anything else. 9, 3, 4, 5. That's the pretty much spread and split that you guys have set and stable, where you have a couple of people in that same direction with a little more rounds played out for STX if they are to win, but predominantly the who will win is favoring that of Team Jared as well. I mean, you can see that it's almost over double, and it's pretty consistent, that matter. And looking at that first blood, staking into primarily Team Jared, but Jared himself, the namesake of the crew, you guys definitely seem to believe in that man. So let's talk to him and see what he thinks about this. Hello. What's going on tonight, boys? How are we doing on this Monday?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's one of my better days, I feel like. I got a lot of work I got in the mornings now. Pretty much going to bed after this, waking up, working, sleeping for like 5 hours, and then doing 1v1me again. It's a clockwork cycle, boys. We got to keep it grinding.
Sure, brother. I'm up at 5 a.m. for work after this.
yeah, dude. I mean, listen, it's a grind. We're gonna be kicking it off with you guys tonight, though. So you don't have any other games after this. You're gonna be done with your match, and you can move on and get your sleep, get your rest. That 5 a.m. grind is not gonna be easy without it. So with that, you know what? I'm curious. What do you do for work, man?
Oh, I'm actually a Amazon delivery associate.
Oh, okay, very cool. So what are your hours looking like other than just waking up at 5? Is it a long day? Is it a 5 to 9 or what?
Well, you know, I'm in shape, so I be jogging my routes, so I get done as early as I like, pretty much. Is
this true? Is this real?
Oh yeah, you get 10 hours on your day, but you know, if you're putting some hip in your step, you could get done in 7.5 sometimes.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard of something of that nature, so I'm definitely interested to see how that works out for you. In the long term, they're probably going to be pretty impressed with that as well. You're getting your steps in. You're, like you said, you're in shape. And you know what? That also keeps you mentally ready to get into a video game mindset. You're probably pretty amped up
Brother,
right
I'm
now.
cooking strats throughout the day. You don't even know.
Listen, the map is Whistle. Talk to me a little bit about what you guys feel about this map in particular.
There's a massive chokehold on CT side. If you just go left to where that inner building is, it cuts off 2 angles they can go from, which if you clear that, they basically have to be train yard pushing all the way right. So there's a lot of easy reads on this, or if you just take one aggro fight, you get a lot of information off of it, and the other guy can use utility to kind of stall that train push, and then you kind of have the whole map.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you have maybe not the map necessarily down 100% because nobody really always does have every map 100% ready and done yet, but you seem about as researched as you can be to come into this one, regardless of whether or not you're going to be blowing them out of the water with your strats or your individuality. You'll have to wait and see. You guys have a hot streak right now, Jared. Talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling coming into this one in terms of your form individually.
I think we're feeling good. I think we've had a little bit of time to play some of the maps now, kind of get a good feel for them, and hopefully we can just keep riding the hot streak.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's definitely not an easy game to be as consistent as you two have been, it feels like right now. So give me a little bit of a thought line as far as you think that the score line for this one is going to finish up as.
I think that I think they're good players, and obviously they have some good experience. I think though that it should be a game that we can definitely win, so I'll say somewhere in the 9-5, 9-6 range.
Crisp, are you with that?
Yeah, I would give it 9-5.
All right, that's a little bit more respect that I was coming to anticipate, to be honest with you, given the fact that their record isn't beautiful right now, but the number of wins that they have is very close to yours at the very least. So we'll see whether or not you can keep trekking along in the season right now and pushing yourselves beyond the scoreline and the ranking of 8, because that's where you stand right now. So in due time, we'll see if that is the case. But until then, I hope to see you again in another night, whether it's for the pregame or maybe I'll see you in the postgame for this one.
Thank you.
Good luck, good luck. All right, first interviews of the night, getting these banging along and out of the way as we have a good set of matches tonight in general. Very few teams repeating, and you are one of those who are just going to be coming in for your one and done. So how do we feel as far as the beginning of the night is concerned and getting your games on? Do you think this is like high time for you, or would you find yourself like more energized for the ends of your nights? Because I know that a lot of gamers have long nights and long days.
We're both tired today. We just had like long days, and Raven's like recovering, but I mean,
I'm still sick.
Oh, unfortunate.
yeah, I mean it doesn't really affect us, I think, though. Like, we're still gonna play the same.
I feel like when I play, at least when I'm sick, I very rarely feel the difference until the game is over. That's usually where I get like everything in my, in my head at one time as far as like any sickness is concerned. Like kind of like almost the adrenaline keeps it out of your mind in some ways. But talking about this game in particular tonight, it's one where, I mean, very rarely I think do we get matches that at this point in the season haven't been played out yet. So you haven't faced off against Jared or Crisp in this one so far. So do you have any thoughts on them as individuals or as teammates or anything of that nature coming into this matchup? What do you, any preconceived notions?
None at all. I mean,
they're good, but we'll still win.
They're good, but we'll still win. All right, Raven, I'm going to slot this one over to you then to start with. If you're going to give me a reasonable score line for how you think that this one will shape up to be, what do you think it would be to deliver to the table?
This map's a little weird, but
Whistle,
like,
yeah.
9-5, 9-6.
9-5, 9-6 STX. You feeling that same way?
Sure, why not? I didn't really listen to it, to be honest, but
I
yeah,
said 9-5 or 9-6.
I'm locked in on like warming up. Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, maybe that's more of a reason for people to believe in you and your cause. That's kind of what they said, the other team, too. They were kind of in the same boat, saying that they know that you guys are talented players and you have a decent amount of experience, but they feel like this one is going to be a 9-5 to 9-6 for them as well. So one of you are going to be at least, I imagine, close to right if you both think it's going to go that deep, right? Like, it's going to be one of those matches where I feel like it goes round by round and we're not really going to know who is out on top until it finishes. It's not going to be one of those train wrecks, I don't believe, jokes aside, puns aside. But Whistle, underway in about 2 minutes' time. I appreciate you for stopping in, and maybe we'll see you for the post game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Good luck and enjoy your warm up. You got a little bit of time left. Well, team, that's going to be the information given as much as possibly can be. I'm going to throw this up on screen just for a moment for you guys to get one last look into what you can come to expect from this matchup. I can see that the stakes are flooding in right now. There is no shortage of them. And you guys are giving everything over to what seems to be Team Jared, with a little bit more leniency over to Team STX as the late conversations have come through. The payout would be massive for those 9-6, 9-7, 9-8 marks for STX and Raven. So keeping that in mind as well, that could be something to look forward to as the game goes by. We're going to be starting by watching the POV of Crisp, so that's what we're going to start out with. And if you would like to switch at halftime, we definitely can. I've got STX's POV ready and raring to go should that be the case. So let me know, and we'll do so. If not, we're going to be sticking with Crisp throughout a majority of it. That's going to be a pretty easy way for us to wrap this up. We're having a little bit of a conversation before the game starts. Actually, it seems like about their match that they played, Jared and Crisp. So that's very interesting. Love to hear that, but I don't want to leak their strats or nothing like that. Guys, you're gonna take that and run with your own little open teams and start cooking. How everybody doing tonight? What do we got going on, team? What are we doing? A little bit of a quiet chat for right now. Again, I assume we're still gonna start rolling in as Call of Duty only just recently ended, but it's a Monday. You know, it's a Monday. People are just getting warmed up to the staking season, taking their weekend off, taking a little bit of a breather and a break. I understand that. I understand that. No problem to me. Is that what the hell? McDonald's? What was that? What the hell was that? That is, dude, it's actual real McDonald's. Holy crap. Damn. I need to win some, Tony. How's your day looking so far, Big Pimpin'? You been staking on anything else? Is this your first? Is this your debut on the staking for the day or what? Are we up? We up. Tony Montana. I love that. I love that. That's a good one. Got Tony Montana, Taylor, a couple other nicknames. Somebody other gave me a little other nickname there. Lost my paycheck already? Big Pimpin', bro. No. We are not up. We are not up, bro. What's your score prediction, Tony? I'm thinking a nice 9-4, 9-5 for Team Jared. That's what I'm thinking. Bring wagers back. That's what I'm getting with on this one. So that's going to be my test to see how good I am on the day. We're going to see how good my predictions are today just with that one. This is the opener. Bro, maybe he loses his paycheck once every day. The same amount that he gets in his paycheck once a day. Crisp's camera kind of periodically pops in and out. Little stat line there for you on the bottom for Team Jared, just to remind you we're watching Crisp's POV. I don't know what the hell goes on with this guy's camera though. See what they got. See what they're made of. Smoke to the middle of the bomb site now already. And they get it planted, dude. They didn't even hear a damn thing. They didn't see a damn thing. They crossed all the way around that train yard, bruh. Crisp's getting foony with it. What's happening here? Where they at? Where they from? Sitting inside the smoke, maybe? That's a tap. 10-second dirt. No kid on either of them. First one on that train yard. Easy enough kill, but refrag not as easy. It's Jared, and it's only Jared. He's got to hit this one almost instantly, but the Raven double kill. Bang on the money. Smooth groove.
Gonna buy or no?
Yo, Crisp is frozen, dude. He's periodic. Look at his camera, dude. Wait, guys, we gotta donate. We gotta donate.
Maybe I'll get you on the call.
We gotta get this man a new cam.
I'm gonna wait a while though. See if they.
I don't know. Desert Eagles. They ain't got any money right now, chat. They're waiting. They're broke. They're broke. High flash. Jared's gonna go wide actually with that, I think, and try and catch them off guard. And they actually do get blinded pretty well.
Behind the coal truck, whatever, coal train.
Did a pretty damn good job with that util. Gotta say so. And now Chris is gonna be sitting here camping. He's camping. He's sitting on his hands waiting like a patient little man. He ain't little. He's pretty tall, if I'm not mistaken. But patience, although it's a virtue, it might still not be enough. STX has already reamed Jared, and now Jesus. And I'm getting jump scared. Right out the gate, dude. Right out the gate, I'm already getting jump scared, bro. My heart rate is going boom.
Like kind of fast. I want to beat the timing of them rapping.
Ban Crisp for bad camera. That's not a bad comm, dude.
Maybe start left with me, see if they rush. If not, you can hold the cross.
Might have to. Another round of pistols. They are just forcing every round. But next round, they'll have war rifles and stuff, bro. Next round, they'll have everything. So let's relax. Again, these games are not done in the first few rounds. They're playing with pistols. Of course, they're going to lose it.
Both wrap right. Both wrap right, maybe.
Yeah.
That's how this game works. You should be losing those rounds. In Counter-Strike, you don't come into the round with a Desert Eagle up against fully automatic rifles and win out, so. You guys crash out after the first 2 rounds, bro. If you lose pistol, you're gonna lose the next 2.
He's probably gonna push all
Or
the,
you're
he's
bad.
probably gonna push all the way left on us.
If you can't convert that, you're trash.
On me one.
Because now look,
It's less. It's less.
they might just be able to find this upset round. They were never supposed to win it. And then they're right back in the game. Don't get so down on yourselves, guys. You don't fully grasp the concept of the finances this game.
Onside still. Back
Because
up.
it's okay. It's all right.
I'm flanking.
You ever heard the phrase, it ain't over until the fat lady sings? Well, it ain't over until the skinny little twink Tony sings, okay, bro? Until I'm belting the tune.
Nice.
There it is. Just like that. Look at that. You're good. You're all right. You're okay. I've got you. You're good.
Now we got rifles and we shoot. I think they're
Tony, switch POV now. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go left though again, just in case. Yeah, I'll give you nades.
Okay.
You can disrupt.
Yeah.
Molly, wide nade high. Ain't nobody eating the damn nade today because they ain't going quick. They're slow.
Then they're holding my push.
Self flash works out pretty well. I mean, Raven wasn't fully blinded. They go in for the duel. They wanted it. They got it. And they lose it. But where's the last of them? The Last of Us. Looks like it was almost easy enough, but switching to the USP as they didn't have any ammo left.
Could have backed out.
Now Jared's going on all the way wrap. SMG right now for Jared, though? That's kind of ugly, to be honest with you. I don't know how STX makes of this, if they'll go re-clearing the back ends of these trains, but... With only 35 seconds left, they got to plant that bomb. All good, they were already lit. Better weapon picked back up, 2-2.
Nice. Yeah, I just ego
He
peek.
said he keeps starting left.
See, everybody, look. Look, the game's still tied. It changes like this. This is a momentum game, bruh. All good. They both smoke. There's a gap to the left. Actually, he might just go for the spam, and they both die at the same time. That shit is simultaneous.
Yep.
Bada bing, bada boom, one after another.
Let's just dominate now.
They
bro.
get on top. Both of them finding their ones. That's Counter-Strike for you. Team Ace, a bro ace, if you will.
On left one.
Coming back to you. I'm acting like I'm flashing.
And every PC utility that gets sent out has typically been by Crisp to start with, and Crisp actually just sits back and watches Jared work.
Okay.
Watches Jared cook. Another double kill.
Good stuff. Yeah, that flash bait is huge.
Yeah.
Yo, sprint right side. I'm gonna smoke the middle, and then I'm just gonna.
It's so jarring looking at Crisp's camera and then just seeing him be absolutely frozen in time, bro. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Dinked through the wall by the Deagle that got there quicker. Jared doubled down again, bro. Again and again and again and again.
Dinked me through the wall.
Yeah, you got a little A with a little bonk.
Dude, I got
Bonk.
bonked. I got bonked.
I'm rethinking
Holy
forward.
moly, bro.
Flash.
I'm getting out. I'm gonna right side.
Another night, another Celsius, another one that's banging, dude. Wild Berry rocks.
Go for something.
And an up for Crisp? I guess it works. I mean, playing that distance where STX is just going to be walking straight into his line of sights.
I'm at a crazy angle. I'm like in this one.
And now, look, he can just sit pretty right now, Crisp. He can just hold tight with that incendiary up because they can't swing from that inner building. Eventually, they could.
Yeah.
And Crisp will go clearing. I won't get scared. I won't get jump scared. I won't get jump scared. Okay.
I think trainer.
Ooh. All good. I was getting a little bit bugged in these recent deaths.
Creeping through mid.
And I'm just trying not to get hit again. Should be Jared and Crisp to finish this one. I don't really foresee there being a problem any longer. And Jared handles his. Guys, if we had the above or below kill count right now, Jared would have blown that shit out the water by this point in time.
I need one of my 4 viewers to let me know if my stream is actually like
One of
lagging.
my 4 viewers, bro. What a grinder. What a grinder, bro. Gotta say,
Let's go double
What are you
left.
thinking?
I'll
this
throw
one
some
should
on
be
wide swing, and then we can
a
see.
little bit easier for STX and Raven on the side. Oh, pardon me, on the side switch.
I got
And that is
I was saying we go double
utter
left side.
annihilation.
I know, I
They
was waiting
got
for you to post on the swing and
absolutely
jiggling
shit
right
on.
side, and she literally killed me on a jiggle.
I posted. Alright, let's hit some bonks back. Let's just
All right.
hold the left swing.
There goes a little bit of a return. Now they got themselves again financially better in a place than Jared and Crisp for a moment or two. Goodbye to the first of which, and I think that Jared, much like, or excuse me, Crisp, much like Jared, is about to just get shit on again. That was a destructive blow.
They're getting the ego now.
Sayonara. Getting an ego now, so says Jared.
Playing right.
And they think they might be correct
Yeah, if you
about
wanna
that
be going
because
right,
once they
like,
start
you
to
can
make
just,
that
like, go
move,
one
they
blast,
have a
one
hard
blast.
time stopping it, and the aggression seems to be working out well.
Like, you don't need a full run it,
Bro,
but you,
that's
like,
so
flash
funny.
it, you peeked in, yeah.
Baruka Josh is talking in Crisp's chat, thinking that he was the one asking if his stream was okay. But they don't know that because his mouth wasn't moving. I think Crisp heard that player on the other side of that wall. Yeah, that's just the full spam and spray into him. And even with the little ammo left that Raven has, they're just going to be going in further beyond. This is the clutch time.
Train yard. That's the bitch.
And Jared peeking outwardly. Here's the reload. But, oh my god, I thought that sign was a person, bruh. This has trained me to be a very on-edge person, I've noticed. This 1v1 me league so far has made me a bit of a crazy individual. Getting in my head, dude. But with this 1 versus 2, Jared has got to be 100% meticulous about each and every clear. Where have they gotten off to? Not that big of a map, and he's gone around a majority of it feels, and the train yard spots out Raven, 50 HP on him now to find the last of them. I don't know if STX had any health. I believe they're still full. But that sound cue should make it a done deal. Should be the finish line for Jared. The end of it. And the swing out from STX in moments, especially if they're just waiting
way
along
she
the
wanted to
backside
swing the whole
train.
time.
Yep, she
Bro,
just
this-
walked it, man.
I flashed him off through a nade and swung. Spammed probably 12 or 13 bullets, and then just repeat with like 6 or 7 and just went for the fight on me. I thought he was gonna back off and reload. Alright,
I gotta get a heart. I gotta get a heart pumping sound effect, bro. Can I add a heart pumping sound effect?
Start doubling up. Well,
I can buy an AK.
okay, I'll get a glue then.
Yeah, I'll add the heartbeat sound effect. This one.
I'm gonna flash off this rifle. We just go.
Fast?
Yeah, sprint it.
I'm gonna add that one.
Throwing another one.
There it is. All right. They're gonna try and swing together. Looks pretty good. He loses very little HP in that duel, Chris. But oh, the last of them is there too.
I was ready for it too.
Yeah, get shit on. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
Might need to use smokes for plants here.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke mid right now.
I'm gonna get.
Looks like it's 6-6. We're tied up again.
Just gonna molly off.
Again and again, these games get so close. And the molly hits deep. They shouldn't be able to swing. Actually, looks like there's a gap in the front of it that they could if they wanted.
I'm walking right
And the
side.
pistol from Crisp is not looking huge. This game's getting close and too close for comfort as Raven is just absolutely reaming them again and again, round after round. And I think this might be it. Let's see what the other POV is looking like.
Just a stupid off angle and he's there.
I believe I have do I have Raven or
That mid
STX
smoke-
ready?
We need to use that mid smoke and that molly. Yeah, I'll give you the molly.
Yeah. I'll go for plant if we can get it.
The STX POV. Wait for this round to end real fast. I don't want you to miss what happens here. Yeah, let's see what goes down now from STX. This is Raven. What the hell? I just opened STX's POV. Why is it linking me? Oh, no, it is STX. We're good. They did call the night of 6. Last player out. Raven again slams them. It's Jared, the last alive, and I don't foresee there being a way. Not at all. Double-digit wins secured. And that's that. The prophecy has been foretold. Yo, COD Screwdriver just hit for 392. Good lord, bro. Good God. Let's get the interview rolling. Sarcastic Dan hit green. Love to hear that. Love to hear when team is up. Congrats, congrats. And we're going to need to say another set of congratulations as well. Congratulations to you two for hitting double digits on the wins. You complete the call that you'd made before in the pre-show about that being a 9-6. You flipped the script on its head, and I just got to ask how you're feeling. A little bit sick, but still finding that win. Did you feel like it was ever a question? Because you were down for a little while there.
The prophecy was foretold.
You felt like that the whole time. It was in your bones. It was just waiting to come out.
You just have to win pistol round.
That's true. You won both, if I'm not mistaken. So it was the first round win, the second round win, the failed conversion onto the pistols for that third, and then going in further beyond that into the second half. That's where you started to really come alive. Do you think that second half is actually the more comfortable, the two of them on the defense as opposed to the offense?
It can be weird either side, but yeah, generally.
Well, I mean, clearly it worked out.
CT advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a... What was it, did you even let them have one round?
Nope.
Yeah, no, that was just a clean sweep on defense. So yeah, clearly something was working out in your direction to where everybody in the chat always gets a little bit antsy when things aren't going their way. They never really take into account the fact that the money might not be there. Never really the fact that the second half switch actually might be something to help you out. And clearly, again, it did actually come to manage, and it did come to matter pretty deeply. So that's a big win for you. Again, hitting double digits now on the season. You're starting to climb back into good form. And moving down the line, again, this is the last game that you have for at least tonight. But we do have another game on the docket for the next of which, so I do want to get your opinions on that one, because it's going to be a pretty decent one, I think. A battle of players that really do like to take fights and don't really think too many questions. They just kind of shoot and ask questions later. So it's Languor and Hambuga. How do we feel about that matchup?
Who is Langor's teammate again?
Coco.
Oh, okay, that team. I think I don't know. I think Hambuga will just outshoot them.
Do we agree?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Well,
it could go either way.
Today is Monday, so I don't know if Hambuga and Sky are feeling awake yet. I know Languor and Coco get their practices in all throughout the week as it goes by, so they may be a little bit more ready to come into this one in terms of team chemistry or cohesion. Maybe they have a better warm-up schedule for them, but who knows? We won't until we jump into the server. So just hypothetically speaking, if you think that it is going to be one of those games for Hambuga and Sky, what do you think the scoreline might look like? Just hypothetically, obviously nothing crazy.
9-5.
If Hambuga and Sky are shooting, then 9-5.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're the pro predictors of the night right now. You predicted yourselves and you hit that mark right on the money. So that's I gotta defer to the experts on that one. So I appreciate you stopping in for the pregame as well as the postgame, and maybe just maybe we got ourselves a couple more wins in the docket, because that one is a pretty solid team to come over. So again, congratulations.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
No problem.
Have a good night.
You as well. And we got ourselves our interview done and finished. We can go back to the cool little beat music as opposed to the Counter-Strike music and start our pre-match for Hambuga and Languor. No time to dilly-dally, team. No time to dilly-dally at all, chat. What do you got for us? What do you have for us? The stakes, very rarely, I think, have ever been this close to start out. 1.72 to 1.83. Damn, you guys are about one mind right now. We're going to start with Coco's POV for those of you curious. And we'll switch over at the halftime to Sky's point of view. So what are we thinking? Chat, give me some ideas. Give me some thoughts. Give me some predictions. I mean, you guys had some pretty good ideas about how this one would go down. I did see somebody in the pre-show actually mention that they thought that would be about a 9-7 for Team STX, and you're only one round off, so congrats to you. And I did see people were staking in that prediction just as well. What was Raven's prediction? Raven and STX both think that it is going to be a 9-5 for Team Hambuga on a good day. Me, myself, I'm in that same boat as far as the depends on the day conversation. I mean, guys, I guess let's take a look at the tail of the tape, because that's going to give us a pretty decent idea, I think, as to what this matchup should very much look like. First Bloods, almost dead even. Golden Gun percentages, they've been hitting very few of them. The head-to-head, Languor and Coco had won. The time that they had crashed onto one another, it was going to be a 9-8 in that Golden Gun scenario for the side of Languor on Memento. I don't know why the app says that they have 0 round 11 wins. Or I guess it would be round 17 wins, more accurately. But that's simply untrue. Have to take a look into that one for future reference, but the map tonight is Palai. STX and Raven are both sick, so what's today? I don't know, honestly and truthfully. Only one of them was sick. But they were both tired, only one of them was sick. But, I mean, clearly being sick don't really matter. We saw Fat Guy have a life game when he was sick that one time. I don't know if you remember that. Same map, Whistle. Maybe it's a Whistle thing where people just start having Michael Jordan games. Flu games, if you will. For those of you that know ball. Seen that. Seen that. I got Ham making me money tonight. Leprechaun and help with picks, both feeling that same kind of way. Okay. That's reasonable. Definitely reasonable. I'm not out on that. I can get behind it. Kind of scared the hell out of me for a second. I thought there was a bug. 9 minutes left on it, and you guys have already gotten hot to the races. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about this team right now in Hamburger, but we've talked before to Languor and Coco, and their mentality is never really as shaken as easily. I think they got a lot of that mentality that they can break through any wall that comes in front of them, considering the fact that they've got so much team cohesion. They play in and out of the game on teams together. The same can't be said for for Sky and Hamburger, just for those of you who are unaware. They don't play on a team together. They only strictly play in 1v1 me as a duo. Whereas Languor and Coco have, for a pretty decent amount of time now, been operating together. Pretty good amount of Counter-Strike from those two players in recent history as well as in years past. I mean, when you cross so many matches and so many experience points as they have, you're starting to really get a feeling as to how one another think, feel, and play. And that's a really difficult thing to come across in these kinds of scenarios unless you get game after game after game after game, right? So I think me personally, I maybe disagree with Raven and STX. I think this one might be a little closer, like a 9-7, but I feel like Coco and Languor have been hitting a really good stride recently, especially Coco. I think Coco's been hitting some mean shots, winning some absolutely dirty clutches, winning with pistols even in positions where they probably shouldn't. I'd call him the Deagle Demon a couple of times. Last time we'd caught them on Memento. And although we might not be playing on Memento tonight, I think it's still important to know that they've been playing a pretty hot game set recently. So let's take a look at those recent matchups. Win, loss, win, loss, but only by 1 round are they losing that game on the 5th, and only by 2 on the game they had lost prior to that. Mostly red, sandwiched in by 2 victories for Hamburger and Sky, however, and their most recent of which being against Team Empathy on Brewery, so it's not exactly the same map, but the win before that we had seen was on Palai against Team Empathy as well. So 2 wins against Empathy, 2 different maps, but, you know, it's not 100% a certainty. Let's get a combo. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be for you guys. I mean, it's getting late for a majority of people, so how are we feeling coming into tonight's matchups? Are we awake? Are we alive? We got energy drinks? What's going on?
We are feeling
just
stoic.
So I'm feeling
We're feeling
very
stoic.
good.
Stoic's a good word. That's an SAT word if I've ever heard one. That's pretty nice. Okay, well, feeling a little bit intelligent are we going into this game? Maybe we got our heads screwed on about us for a map that definitely requires you to be, I think, a little bit more careful with how you act and think. It's going to be Palai, and it's one where we've seen you guys play up against this team of Hamburger before. We've seen you take the win, not on this map in particular, but in the Golden Gun instead. Are you foreseeing this one to be one of those closer matchups now that it's happened once before?
Absolutely, I think it's going to be a 9-0.
Yo?
Yes.
Yo.
Did you hear the question? Right.
It's going to be a close 9-0.
Well, all right, chat, listen. They're going to plant the bomb every time, and they're going to defuse it with everybody dead. That's how I'm understanding this one at this point. Well, I mean, you two, you've been playing together for quite some time. They have not. They aren't a duo in CS outside of the 1v1 me, so they've been not maybe exactly as warmed up as you may be coming into this night. And they're one of very few teams in this season, actually, who aren't actually playing outside of this. So, with that being said, have you guys had any time to play together today? Has there been scrims or matches or anything of that nature?
Nope, we just got on. We're just hoping to get to keep the streak going. We like the map, so
Full vibes,
know.
operating.
Yep.
That's good. Maybe, you know, sometimes you get burnout too. I mean, sometimes you have a day of scrims or matches where you end up either losing or maybe just not wanting to play with your buddy anymore for the night. And that happens. So
Trust
maybe,
me, we want to play.
but listen, coming in tonight, yeah, definitely nothing getting in your way other than just full vibes, obviously, as well as full throttle. Let's see if it will be that 9-0. Coco, are you in that same boat? Because we're watching you. So if it falls on you, the rounds that you do lose, listen, I can't say nothing other than
And if Bagel says 9-0, then it's gonna be 9-0. That's all I'm gonna say.
If Bagel
Oh
says
my
9-0, then
God.
it's going to be 9-0. So all blame has been shifted right now. So we're going to watch your POV, and if even a single round is lost, then Bagel is the one to be put the blame on. Thank you for joining me.
Exactly.
I appreciate
Exactly.
it. And we'll see what happens. Ply,
They're watching because you're handsome.
Ply's always fun. You are a pretty handsome looking guy, I got to say. No homo, but listen.
Appreciate it, man.
Real,
Full homo.
real recognizes
Full
real,
homo.
okay? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Yo,
What's up? What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield lately. I know you asked to play some COD. I ended up making the decision to pull the trigger on BF6 first, so I apologize, man.
Okay, well, fuck you.
I'm a bum. I know. I'm a bum, dude. I opened Steam and I saw that the reviews were mixed, and immediately I was pissed off. I was like, I'm not getting this game. But you know, maybe that's just initial view bombing.
It's probably because the AI art.
Yeah, that might be it. And the campaign. I know a lot of people were complaining about the campaign.
Yeah, I'm not playing the campaign.
Listen, I don't blame you. I'm a little bit of a campaign guy myself, but I don't think I would buy that game for it. But we're talking about Counter-Strike today. We're talking about where we're going here. What have you guys been doing all day long? Have you got any CS under your belts outside of this game right now? Because the other team seemingly has just gotten on ready to rare.
I just got on too.
I'm playing COD all day, but you know I'm always ready.
I heard from a couple of different sources, a couple of different parties also participating in 1v1 me, though, that those kinds of shooters are a little bit of a better warm-up than you may realize. I think we saw that Fox was playing Battlefield 6 like all day at one point in time, came into the matchup, went like 14-2, and then dropped the mic and left. So, you know, maybe Call of Duty's got that same level of power. We'll have to wait and see. We just spoke to Raven and STX in the previous matchup in the post-match following their victory and asked them what we thought that their scoreline prediction for this match was going to be. And they seem to both be in the camp of you two. Obviously, you guys are relatively decent friends, and that's understandable. But also, they did talk about the conversation that there are days where you might come on and it might not be the version of yourselves that they're expecting it to be. They said if it's going to be you on your form and on a Monday ready to come into this and are hot on the hands, that it's going to be a 9-5. Do you find yourself in that same boat as far as a scoreline prediction may be concerned, or do you feel differently?
That's a pretty good score. 'Cause that's only 9-5 I know.
That's good. That was good. That was
good.
actually pretty good.
I'm gonna clip that.
That's
Thank you.
actually insane.
Thank you.
That's gonna go
Appreciate it,
somewhere
guys.
probably. I gotta say. Let me see if I can put that one up on the 1v1.
See fat guy
Twitter,
and
dude.
Tiski like that one.
Ooh, yeah, retweet. Well, we'll see. But even still, Hamburger, do you come to agree, jokes aside, as well?
Yeah, generally right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not exactly a blowout, but it isn't a close game either, I wouldn't say. It's going to be dependent probably on how the pistol round swings also go down, because those ones, if you end up losing both, it could just be like by default, you end up losing a total of 4, if not 5 rounds in general, right? So I think that's the biggest thing for me when it comes down to these wingmans is the pistol round conversions, because no more than in wingman are they more important, right? It's a very short game in general, shorter than where we could have already anticipated, seeing as a Counter-Strike Global Offensive had been whittled down from MR15 to 12, as it were. So going into this matchup, seeing as you think it'll be that 9-5, if you have now on the map Palai, not a win condition necessarily, but a portion of the map that maybe you feel like you either struggled with or previously didn't really know how to work about on CT or T side, which point of the map do you think that would be?
Catwalk.
The catwalk, the little, like with the ramp you can surf on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On both sides, would you say CT and T it gets to be a little bit confusing?
On CT side, it's weird. The way the angles work, it's like really like T-sided type of angle. I can't really peek it if the T's are
Okay.
there.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. I think that definitely it gets to be not necessarily a problem, but kind of a question as to when and how you should be using it. And maybe we'll see a little bit of that rounded about for either yourself or the other team tonight to get a good idea onto that one. So thank you for joining me in the pre-show, and I hope to see you again real soon. I know that I believe you guys are done for the night following this one, though, if I'm not mistaken. So, well, if I don't get to talk to you again, I hope you get some good sleep at least.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. All right, team. One more time, as is per usual, check out the tail of the tape for this matchup in the last minute, as we do have, because so many games have been played by both rosters. The head-to-head exists, not on Palai, but it is going to be Hamburger and Sky, who have shot towards the top side of the league, having played game after game, gotten map after map under their belts. But Languor and Coco, who still hold the title of reigning defending champion in what is now creating a best-of-3 series between them in 1v1 me. It's a curious case, that right side of the map, that catwalk for Palai, because Hamburger and Sky seem to think that there's something about it that they still haven't yet to figure out, or at the very least have yet to show in their matchups. And tonight might be the night to do it. It'll be the best night to do it, I'll tell you that much. But until we do see that much, you guys, I believe that this one is going to be a 9-7 for Coco and Languor. That's where I'm feeling this one goes personally. I think that there is a little bit of sleeping going on as far as their team is concerned. Obviously, Hamburger and Sky have higher wins, but they also have more losses, more games overall played. So keeping that in mind, I think this one is going to be a little bit tighter than maybe people do realize. The staking is now closed. So thank you to everybody who had given their opinions out. Thank you to everybody who had given their full on, as we're going to get this one ripping. 9-8 again. Listen, Raxalad, it was 9-8 the last time they had met. I think that there's a very decent likelihood that it could be 9-8 again. I think that there was a decent spread, but I think it's gonna be a long one no matter what. I think 9-5 is a bad prediction for either team personally. I don't really know if I am in the same camp as that, because I think that would require there to be a pretty major collapse from one of the two teams that I'm not expecting. Let me see some. What if they're just evenly matched? That's what I'm saying, Thule. That's what I'm saying. I think that they are a very close team. Set of teams. Very close set of teams. This damn light in my face while we're doing it. This is the biggest problem that I have. I need to get a better light, chat, because it burns my freaking corneas. I need to get one of those, like, white lights. You know what I'm talking about? The ring lights. I need languor, so says styling to trim. But no more time, no more chit chat. We gotta start getting into these games, man. We gotta start ripping it. We gotta get into some CS. Check out the Languor and Coco stat line before we switch it just to the POV, as not to clutter and clog the screen. 0 all. And first blood yet to be collected. Get a different light bulb with color. It's unfortunately it's like not a light bulb deal. It's just a straight up desk lamp. It's a desk light. So that's my problem. Player in the window, shifted over now, having been spotted. And that's kind of weird. Double up window? I don't know about all that, chat. Oh, they're both going to be peeking at the same time, and Coco's going to stay on the wall. There should be a plant, no problem. Languor is going to stick that out, and good coverage, but just got to make sure you don't get shot from beneath and below you. I don't think he'll actually be cleared if that were to be the case, but the first of them is dead. Where the hell is Sky? That's what they're asking, and this should be a freebie. Coco's got a god angle right now, honestly, though. Pistol round, like I had said in that pre-show, talking to Hamburger and Sky. That's where everything can really change. Is that a double kill, man? Is that a double kill that I see? Both teams are decent. I don't want to see a blowout. I agree, Street Tacos. I know you come here for some pretty good CS. I know you. I see you every now and again popping in and giving a little bit of the love of the game. So I appreciate that much as well. I like when you guys give that much. Not all about that green. Obviously, the green is pretty nice, though. Is that a boost? How the hell did he get on top of that? Chat, how did he get on top of the red roof? I don't even know how that's possible. But I guess I don't really need to know a damn thing. I'm not paid to ask questions. Same shit, different day. I'm about to quit my job so I can stake more. My manager holding me back. That's so reasonable, bro.
I'm thinking maybe it's meta to just not buy Yuto and instead just buy like.
First blood was for Languor. Did you see that boost? Coco still kills him. I caught that clip. That's interesting. The fact that he's able to snap block on him so freely, easy, blows him away. Sky looking to finish the job, and Languor's got an AK-47 to play up against. Coco asking pretty blatantly and bluntly to Hambuga, who's also dead, what is that boost? It's pretty hot. Don't worry about it. Sky and Hambuga cooking up some strats, but they just don't come to actually matter. Oh my Jesus. Dude, they literally just refuse to make me have a regular ass day. About to quit my job too so I can stake more. My manager holding me back. I love that. It's becoming like a copy paste, bro. Everybody regularly coming in every night. I'm about to quit my job too. My manager's holding me back. Whoever did 250 on Ham, about to be salty. Dude, it's just starting. Give it a minute. Listen, everybody was freaking out that Jared and his compatriot and Crisp were 6-2 up, and they ended up losing. Momentum shifts like that, chat. On a dime, you could just lose it all. Double nade CT. Good idea. Let's see this one. That could be bang on the money. Or it could be sent with nothing on the receiving end. At some point, you just got to get moving, though. Coco and Languor can't just sit on their hands the whole time waiting for them to expose themselves. That molly missed. Pretty gnarly. And from that point forth, they just be shooting straight onto that green box and bin. Sky eventually shows some skin. Don't steal my message. You can't quit your job and keep up with your bills like me. That's tough, bro. Call me salty? Nah, I won't do it. Nah, I won't. Should be free enough, them. I think they've got money right now, Hambuga and Sky. I think after that save round, they're going to have what they need. That molly hits catwalk, and Hambuga and Sky mentioned that this point was a bit of an issue for them. Are they holding on to it from any particular angle is the question now, though, because there is the lurk out from Coco. He's clearing the inside of the site, and it's the window he's got to be more worried about. Hambuga still stays very much so alive. Coco's trying to change their mouse settings, bruh. And Languor's on 22. That should be it. That should be dunked on by Hambuga to catch that double kill. I really doubt that they're going to be able to win that one.
Yo, so one of the mods in my chat fucking banned that, like, retarded chat who's just spamming me with, like, fucking random shit.
Yeah, who's doing that? Which one of you 1v1 me people are saying some crazy, bonkers, outlandish stuff? Stay out of their chats and saying crazy stuff, alright? Behave yourselves. Languor got first blood, CD time. A little bit of a timeout right now for Languor to fix his, Coco to fix his mouse, maybe?
Sorry, my game is like messed up. Like I can't shoot. It's like tabbing me out. I don't know what's happening.
Seemingly having a bit of an issue right now that we're going to have our refs get involved in just so we can have everything figured out and squared away. We're going to wait for word from them before we hop back into the game, so don't fret. We'll get our knowledge in just a moment. Our refs are pretty damn good about getting to me about what our problems are, I must say, so do not fret. Should be no major issue to be fixed up. We got our admins on the case as we speak, team, so let's talk about something stupid. Let's pass the time. Listen, the game will go on. They're just going back to the same round. See demon time. You get it. I've seen 4-7-1 comebacks so far. If you think Boog not coming back, you crazy. Y'all better hope for a refund if you pick Languor. Listen, I've seen comebacks. I don't remember the last time I saw 7-1 though in particular. We're keeping it going. There will be no refund. There will be no refunding. That's not happening. We're just keeping the game going from the same scoreline, chat. Nothing's changing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You are loved. You are special. You are important. You are gifted. But you're pissing me off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Anybody in chat play CS? Anybody in chat actually be playing Counter-Strike? Have these games inspired you at all to get the download button on a free game? It's pretty damn fun. It ain't easy though, I'll tell you what. What is that little character? What is that? Can I open GIFs? Listen, Linda, listen. That's a throwback, God. I've been playing Counter-Strike since 1.6 and Source. You're an original, okay? You're a real original. I was playing Source before I was playing Global Offensive. I didn't play 1.6. I hated 1.6 to be completely honest with you. But that's just because I didn't start with it, so. I was not rocking with 1.6. I was rocking with the fact that in Source I could run around with a deagle and spam it at 100% accuracy. Now that shit was broken, but it was dope. I also loved scouting and opping in that game too. Crack House. I don't know if you know the map Crack House, but that was fun, bro. Why doesn't it say 4-1? Because the issue happened on 4-1. There will be a clip, I believe, from the admins that will show you where it happened. But let's wait for the official ruling. For those of you who weren't watching, the bug happened at 4-0. Scout's Knives. Yeah, Scout Knives was dope too. CSGO had flying Scoutsmans for a while. I hope CS2 brings that back. That was a really fun game mode. I think they did bring back... Did they bring back Flying Scoutsmans or something like it? No, I don't think they brought back... Maybe they did bring back Flying Scoutsmans. I haven't seen. Have Ham win or refund. Oof. I'll show you the clip hopefully when we get that delivered to us. That's dope. Yeah. Who is cheating on a free game? Me. Nah, it was me. I cheat. Dude, there are so many hackers in this game, bro. You'd be surprised. Shit is nuts. Bro, bring back the match? Oh, okay. Ask and you shall receive, young blood. Don't worry about it. Here we go, bruh. We're back. We're already on. Check it out. 4-0. The bug happened on 4-0. That's why we went back to 4-0. Don't worry. Thanks in advance. Yeah, of course. Trying now to play up above. high in the sky.
Both.
It's just gonna be Coco playing a ranger for
Window, bro.
his teammate. He can't see a damn thing. They smoke bomb. They could stick it if they have a kit. Or they could just fail to get out the window entirely and then get shit on.
That's okay.
That'll happen
We
too.
spotted both, and I just insta went to flat bomb.
Yeah.
That was kind of wicked.
If you didn't miss, that would've been insane.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go lower right side. I'm giving you bomb.
Teams now ramping it up,
Can you molly right side again?
getting high into the
Like fast?
gameplay going on.
Wait, one second.
This ramp side, I mean, they've been kind of struggling to deal with it.
Both pushing left. Both pushing left.
There you go.
Actually, bomb is roof. It just hit.
And the bomb's down. Damn, man. How is Coco gonna get back, bro? They can just sit on top that bomb and there should be no problem. There's no reason for them to be in this gallery any longer. I can pull up the clip.
They were both peeking me.
Oh. I 1v1 me. I just crashed. Pull up that clip in a second. I think. Or you can just watch it on your own if you'd like. So we don't waste any time in the match. But if you are curious, that clip is there for you. So right now, Coco's got something to play for right now, man. Here comes that heartbeat, bro. They're on the back and already having found one of them. The peak up top. Gotta get moving. Gotta get in there. And eventually he'll throw out the utility with 18 seconds. He's gotta get the bomb, dude. He heard the tick of the burn onto one of them, but he's gotta go for the full swing. Oh, they're right in front of his face. And oh, the spray was so damn close. 61 and 3.
Yeah, the one time I don't go first.
It's like literally a sign to just stop going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
That sucks, man. That was so close. I thought they had that. I thought it was right there. 5-1 though. I mean, still, that's just the first hurdle that they've fallen over. It's a full sprint. It's a whole 400-meter dash right now, so you don't want to give up all the gas that you got in the first 100 meters, right?
Fighting me again. Sucks.
Nade over top and high. I mean,
I'm still in
surf down to sight at some point, right? I mean, you can't just be peeking back and forth. It's going to get a little bit scared, that play. Not Molly to the window, Molly to the back of that site to where Hambuka's got to go running. Right out into the midst of the open. A freebie for them.
Now just go back to
And does Sky gamble the flank, or do they start to play themselves deeper at the sight lines? 40 seconds they're going to run this one back, bro? This is elevator music time, bro. This is boring, man. They're really going to go clearing out this whole area of the map before we get a fight, bro? Good lord. Give me a break. They're playing as smart as they can, I guess, but they got to plan, dude. They're going to be at that, like, 15-second mark. They know they got to go sprinting now. Get moving. I think one of them is going to get caught off guard on a silly little moment, a silly little spray inside of the smoke is Sky, and they're on this backside. They can't lose in these I was going to say in these matters. Can't say a damn word. That is bad loss, man.
Let's go double left pass.
That is a bad loss.
Run at them right now.
After all that waiting, bro, after that 40-second walk, that is tough. I'm not sure where the other player is right now, but Languor's got Sky's back. Blasted them in the window, getting through it, and Coco at least catches that kill. Pretty nice, 6-2. All things considered, that's a pretty good regain.
No, I was going CT. The angle was weird.
The angle was weird as nuts. All right, switching POVs.
Weird angle.
What do you want to do? I'm gonna go on site actually.
They have no smoke or anything, so we can just play like.
This sight line is not easy and free. Coco's gonna find the two of them. I switch POVs at the worst possible time. What is that camera angle right now, dude? It's forehead down. I feel like Sky's camera angle changes literally every time we see them every week.
Furnace shot. I'll go bottom, you go top. Okay.
Playing out right at this point feels a late game to come back from, obviously, but one they're going to need to give everything for, bro.
On the move.
Mac 10 flying in and flying out. Goodbye.
Love the bomb fight.
Get shit on. That's the round over right there. Jimmy Neutron is crazy, yo. And the 9-2 maybe even is on the docket. 91 in 8, bro. 8 bullets hit and they get 91 damage. Dude, Counter-Strike 2 wanted him to hit 9 bullets in order to kill Coco. That is like plot armor, bro. Like the game wanted Coco to live.
You know what time it is, then. This guy's close.
Bro talking about 9-0. Did they? Did they say that?
I'm sneaking in to say it. Dead.
I think Coco and Languor said 9-0. Leprechaun. And they're pretty damn close to that point. I mean, they're not really all that far off. A swing from the FAMAS on top of the player in the middle of the bomb site, that's fine. That wall is spammable, yeah, that is kind of nuts. Should be an easy round, though. This could be Hambuga and Sky. Just to get them their third, I mean, it's not going to be comeback city yet.
Sneaky play.
Somebody said something earlier on. I think it was Pull Up who said that they've seen like countless 9-1s or 7-1 comebacks. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Maybe like 6-2s, which this half was a 6-2. To be completely fair.
One's close again.
He's probably just playing inside, yeah.
But without the pistol round, that's where you kind of lose me.
He's still rocking up.
And from that point forth, Hambuga and Sky are just going to need to kill every single player, bro. Every single round, nothing in between. They're coming home dead or alive. Easy kill for Hambuga, and back turn from Coco. The stab from Sky is even easier than the first of them, to be honest with you. So, okay. All right, okay.
Fine, AK. We either do the same thing or we can just condition it. Just like play back.
Listen, I ain't gonna judge too soon. 14 kills for Coco. I told you this guy is an absolute beast, bro. I told you. You got that first blood too. They're gonna be going with pistols opening into the domain of the AKs.
Oh, I heard my god.
Oh, I'm not sure if it's that both players or not. I don't think so.
He's on
Just nade out everything at this point and make sure you don't get caught off by the pistols, because that one will be easy and free, and they could be on the hot flank already. Yeah, the molly window is gonna stop them from doing anything silly. They walked into smoke. The 5-7. Holy.
Bro, I fucking didn't hit his head.
Scared me, dude. Jump scare right through that smoke popping out. It's a little bit closer.
Let's try running shot.
Round by round, they're winning out with AKs. They're playing up against pistols there, so you have to imagine that Languor and Coco have fully automatic rifles now. Where are they from? No, another pistol I heard, actually. And this is an SMG for Languor. Is he going to swing from the top right door? It won't matter. Oh! Get shit on. That's it. That's it right there. That's how they end the game. They got it. They kind of needed it because Coco and Languor were starting to let that one slip. We are so green. For those of you who are green, congrats. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. For those of you who aren't green, looks like you better get staken again, because that one was a 9-5, but in the wrong way that we were thinking it was going to be off the spawn. Hey team, how you doing?
Hi, hey team.
We're doing.
We are doing. Are we doing good? Are we doing thank you?
Feeling very thank you, yes.
Good. That was a pretty decent win. I mean, it wasn't a 9-0. It also wasn't, you guys being tested, I don't think, to your absolute limit, if I'm not mistaken. How did you feel that game had gone by? Because you only really started to get a sweat when your money was taken out of your pockets for those last couple of rounds, I feel like.
Yeah, they were just caught off guard.
Yeah.
How
I think it was starting very well. And then after the round where I had the technical issue, I kind of like felt a bit out of it after. And it really caught up on city side early, but then, we just closed that out.
Yeah, so let's just get brief into that before I send you on your way. Talking about like how sometimes the games have a little bit of a technical timeout. Obviously, there's a little bit of an issue of some resort. You said that it actually did affect you. Do you find that that's the case pretty much a majority of the time when those things happen, whether it be on your side or the other team's side?
Not really. It depends, because like the issue that I had nothing to do with the server. It had to do with the game itself. Like my game tapped out, and then when I joined back, I just couldn't. Like my mouse one was not working. So I don't think it's anything. Yeah, I couldn't shoot. So I don't think it's anything to do with like the server or like the host necessarily. So I don't think it's the same for each technical issue. I think it really depends.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty in-depth answer. That's probably exactly what I was looking for in that regard. So, you know, hopefully no more of those tonight because you have another game. Hopefully your mouse continues to function as intended, as well as the game not bugging out on you when you need it to most. So we'll see in a little bit if that will be the case, because if I'm not mistaken, you are playing not in this matchup, not the next matchup, but the last of the night in Game 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, well, enjoy your little break. Hopefully you don't get too sleepy. Hopefully you keep yourselves wired and awake and ready for it. That was only your first game of Counter-Strike for the day, so I expect you to be ready for it. We'll see you then.
Sir, thank you.
Well, team, simply put, a little bit of an effect coming out of that timeout that you now get to know from the inside, looking out kind of a perspective of the players. There was a little bit of a mental block that was put up ahead of them when they had returned to the server, and that, that definitely can tend to happen. A little bit of a stunt, a little bit of a slow up, where not everybody can just get pedal to the metal right back off the bat, to be frank. I know I would probably be having a little bit of an issue too. But we've got to talk about our next game. Let's move on. Chat already. Let's see what you guys have. Before we look at the tail of the tape, got ourselves Team Louis pretty heavily staked in for. It's still close enough to where it's not being, a landslide in one direction. It feels like there are some supporters of Team Nate and Cameron also being given some first blood credence, but primarily Louis. They're going to be feeling that one. It's 9-4, 9-5 for Team Louis that a majority of you are feeling for, but also a 9-2, I think that's... Or no, I thought that was a 10. No, yeah, still pretty deep. Are we feeling 9-3, 4, or 5? So I don't really feel like that's all that far away from realistic, but possibility for Nate and Cameron to come back where we've seen some questionable form here and there. So let's open the tail of the team and get them in on for an interview. Hello, team. How are we?
Hello. Good.
We're great, Tony.
Great is a good thing to hear, because you guys have started to get your wins back, started to get your mojo back, if you will. Now against Louis and Wumbo, you haven't played up against either of them yet. So talking about your now 2-win streak, looking to make it that third, what are your thoughts on the individuals for this other side, if you were to really pick up anything on them?
They're pretty solid. We've scrimmed them a few times in league and stuff. So like we know they're solid, but we're coming here with some vengeance.
Some vengeance.
Yeah.
Talk
A chip on our
about
shoulder.
Talk to me about the chip on the shoulder. What's this vengeance that you speak of? From where?
Well, the
Losing?
I don't know.
early-
Just want to beat them.
The early call out, bro. The early call out.
Oh,
We're-
that is
yeah.
true. That is true.
Yeah, this is our chance to show what's up.
Okay, yeah, no, listen, I'm with that. I'm definitely with
I
that.
didn't forget, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. Listen, I'm an old man now. I can't remember everything, okay? But, jokes aside, it's time to come alive, really. It's time to pop forward and give us your best stance, because this is the team in the season where, again, that early call-out is going to come to matter if you can't manage to beat them, actually, because you're a little bit farther behind them as far as placements are concerned. So give me a scoreline prediction for this matchup.
I'm going 9-6.
We're going to imply again 9-5, 9-6. Last game was also a 9-5. It was a pretty close one for a little while there where they had only just started to really bring it back into their own favor. We'll see if this one will have shades of Hamburger versus Languor, or if it's going to be an entirely new game of its own design. And you know what? Good luck to you, team. We'll see if that'll be the case in just a bit.
Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Always. Maybe I'll see you in a bit. Don't go. Don't count yourself out, bro. Too early.
We'll be here. Yeah.
See you in a bit. We'll be back, so says Nate. Louis and Wumbo. There was a conversation earlier this season about some teams that they definitely wanted to play up against and that they wanted to find themselves winning over, and you two were one of the early teams that they had mentioned, and it's been 6 weeks now, and we have yet to see you two clash up until this point in time. So finally we're getting that. Finally we're going to see whether or not they live up to the expectations that they've set for themselves. But how do you feel coming into tonight's matchup on Palai?
Feel confident.
Confidence is key, Louis. Confidence is key. And listen, we've been seeing you guys crack some heads. We've been seeing in your recent games you've really not been leaving very many prisoners. Wumbo, you think that this map on Palai is going to change that for you? Because I don't remember the last time that I've personally seen you guys play on this one.
No, I don't think it would. I don't think it will change.
Same old, just another day in the office for you guys. It's going to be some of the same Counter-Strike we've come to witness. Do you guys feel like this game is a little more strategic on this map in particular, or do you find yourself shooting your way out of a lot of situations, if you had to say so?
I think it's a little strategic, but a lot of shooting.
So a little bit of balance? Is it like a 50-50 or?
Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of elevation, so you got to think a little bit.
Yeah, that is what I was getting at, and we'll see if that will come to be like a key and core part of your game styles, but I want to see what you think the super stake score of the series will be for this one if you had to give it one.
I'm going to go 9-4.
9-4. 10-4.
I'm going to go 9-1.
All right, holy shit. All right, well, that's completely different from what that of Louis, but we'll see if either of you come close to that one, because we've had a couple of people predict pretty much on the nose what they think that their scoreline is going to be for the night. So we'll see if you're going to find yourself among their ranks. 50 seconds left to stake and 50 seconds left for you to get into your match. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wumbo and Louis, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentle stakers, are we ready to get this game going? Are we feeling like any one of the games that we've got going tonight are going to be particularly more fun than any of the other ones? Because I haven't really seen very many exciting supporters of either particular teams that we've caught in tonight's matchup so far just yet. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and just assume that you guys aren't true fans, you know what I'm saying? Wait, where'd my game, where did my Louis go? Am I crazy? What the H is going on? Hold on, wait. Really quick, chat. We're going to test this because on my OBS, the screen is black. Okay. Well, we can go into the screen momentarily anyway, actually, because the screen was just straight up black for me for some reason. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't going bonkers, bro. Listen, sometimes I be going crazy. And that's just me. How are we feeling, guys? Not seeing very many opinions in chat. You guys are usually a little more mouthy than this. Give me some mouths moving. I see several people are typing. Not a whole lot of opinions being dropped in the bars. I require it. I hunger for it. Someone dropped a bag on Nate just now. Uh, 140 for Louis. Where's that bag being dropped for Nate that I'm missing? I can't seem to find it. Is it one of the bottom ones that I missed? No. I'm missing it. Let's get to our game. Let's get our own opinions. That was insane. Wumbo team killed and they got banned, bro. That was so funny. Oh my god, straight up. That was one of the funniest things. I don't know if you guys were here for it, but they were doing a reset because they had a tech pause, bro. And Wumbo team killed his teammate on accident and he got banned from the server and they had to do it again. Obviously, it's not funny because we got to, restart the game and get the games going again for you guys to get your stakes, but I got to say, it was really funny. Call out from Louis. Wumbo, you better be ready to get active. You better be ready to jump down their throats once they expose themselves any further to the bomb site, because Louis kind of out on an island. Where's he gonna go? The answer is nowhere. He's stuck. He's stuck up in it. He's dueling or he's dying, or a little bit of both. They're both on the railing. They're surfing toward him, and Wumbo does get there on the line. The double kill. Damn. Good on, bro.
Dude, he was surfing right at me, bro.
He was flying at him, yo. Million333, my favorite shoutcaster, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Tonight's a little bit of a tough night for me, to be honest with you, and the next couple of nights are going to be a little bit tough for me too, but I come with all the energy I possibly can for you guys to make it the best experience possible. I appreciate you. A UMP for Louis, guys. I know that we might not all be masterminds about this game yet, but the UMP is a weapon that nobody uses in professional CS, it feels like nowadays. It is out of meta, to say the least. Flash high, swing out wide, and they're both going to be now ducking deep. Should be free. Bang on. They're both, I mean, like, half HP or less for Louis, but let's give it to him. Double kill.
I wonder if we smoke mid like Little Beer's team did.
What did he say?
I could use it, yeah.
If he... Oh, dude, that's so interesting, guys. Dude. They're actually watching each other's games and taking notes from one another now. So we're actually creating a real meta in this game so far.
One's on the left with AK.
Curious. I'm very interested to ask them about that after this match. If we can get them on interview, obviously that requires them to win, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. They're up 2-0 right now. It's a slower paced round than we've seen recently.
And on the left.
One on the left and one on the right. And again, this is the bad part about Louis' position, is he's just stuck here after that.
He's up top.
He's down to 9. He is so low, dude. Wumbo needs to do everything for his team and more. You can see on the bottom left of their screen, though, that they've got money and they can buy, even if they lose here.
And the other guy shot
But it's not going to be easy. Louis is probably a dead man walking. Yeah, playing on borrowed time when he's playing tucked in that corner. There's only so many places that he could have been. And now Wumbo's just got to get active. Wumbo's got to get flying. His teammate's playing coverage as best as he can, and Nate does a pretty good job.
They're scared, Wumbo. They got their one. All right, this guy
Should be
just
counted as
AFK'd
cheating?
on the left.
What should be? Oh, no. They watched other teams' games on the map is what I'm saying. They were saying that Little Beer and Frizzy, a different team in the league,
Other one's here.
they watched one of their games and found a smoke that they could use. They're not looking at each other's screens.
Dinked. He went back in the room.
Misunderstanding.
He's dinked.
I was saying that it's pretty interesting that they watch. Yeah, you can watch your opponent play. Of course. What? Of course. That's like saying that players in the NFL can't watch NFL games.
He is dinked.
The same thing. Watching tape, watching movies, watching VODs, whatever you want to call it. Of course you're allowed to do that.
From this way, yeah.
How do you regulate something like that?
Could be anywhere, bro.
Now, it would be different if they were watching their opponent they're playing up against right now live. That's called stream sniping. That's cheating.
I bet he walked from the left, like on the staircase or there, yeah.
I just saw him.
But that's not what they're doing. Little Beer and Frizzy are a different team.
Yeah, I hit him for 87. All good.
2-2 now, though. They hit that tie back. Seems like they've gotten back into a pretty good stance right now, Nate and Cameron, once they get their AKs.
Yields middle.
Damn, Louis did so much damage. That last guy had 13 HP. That's almost a sad enough moment to play the violin. Which I do have the sound effect for. Louis kind of tired of them walking up on his side. Yeah, that's tough.
Left, dude. His zero ping got me. Oh, I'm literally on him, bro.
He's playing an elevated long distance, primarily medium range, maybe angle with an MP9 right now, dude. I don't know about that, Wumbo. I don't know about all that, Wumbo. Wumboni.
Oh.
Whoa, he barely misses to be a little taller and maybe you'd see him. Now let's see how they work. Wumbo's getting up close and personal around this box. And maybe he'll find one of the two of them, but I doubt he'll find both of them at the same time. No kit, no time, no money, no dice. No round.
I wonder if I play on the or you do, and then we just play on the right side.
Love the MVP music because these guys are ripping, man.
This guy only like
Shit on him? My shit didn't fill. I got 50 cents on Nate. My bad, bro.
Just playing close. One's on the roof.
Need Louis to enter the flow state. Look at his hair, dude. He's got the flow up there. He's got the flow up here. He's just got to get the flow right here, bro.
Or he's walking left. I think he's walking left.
Ah, he's burnt out. Yeah, trying to get a little bit antsy with this one and get close up and personal. This Desert Eagle's going to be shot down in the back as he's been hurt, and Nate's going to find the both of them. Double kill. How does he know I'm there? It's a relatively standard Molotov, I feel. And you have played that spot like 2 times now. That's interesting. He has played that as a mid-round rotate 2 times over. That could be something that if you watch the review of one of their matches, you would learn. Off out. Got nifty stickers on it. I played with that guy the other night in a premiere game.
Okay, this guy can walk through the middle.
Doing his best impression of a former teammate and mentor. See if it'll come to matter at all, if he can harness his inner professional. Renegades nifty 50. 50 bomb on Inferno versus Mouse Sports. One of the greatest AWP performances of any North American of all time. That's a little bit of lore for you guys as to what those stickers on his sniper rifle are. That's the Renegades logo, and on the scope of the barrel, it's a nifty sticker too. But he never even gets the chance to see the light of day. Wumbo's just going to hit his double kill on his own. Okay, thank you very much. Wham blam, thank you, ma'am. Enter a 3rd round. Tony, I'm going to touch you up. Bro, relax, relax. Chill, 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 chill. This is going to be us switching at the half, though. Keep in mind, over to the Nate POV. We'll see what he's got cooking. Because right now, we're not seeing a whole hell of a lot coming out from Nifty and his opponent, or else we're going to see a tie game. And now we're requiring the sniper rifle. Pop out. Same spot we've seen him in before. They should be ready for this one, to be honest with you, though. And they are.
How are they?
They ream him.
That small, huh?
It is a small little map. There's only so much you got to clear.
All good.
You guys know Nate? I know Nate. I love Nate. Let's see what he's got to say about this one, huh?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, dude?
Big pistol, big pistol. I got right side.
Big Nate pistol, boys. Big Nate pistol round we're going here. Imagine hard scoping. Hard scoping is crazy. Imagine hard scoping in Counter-Strike.
No, not yet.
Oh my god, yeah.
Left side?
Only quick scopes allowed. Quick scopes only 1v1 me on Palai. USP's getting run on both the catwalk as well as the high advantaged angle in the elevated top side of green room. Now it's needing to reload Nate back in it eventually. Bomb tapped, maybe full stuck. Are they covering him? Yes, he kind of is, but not well enough.
So easy, baby.
What is that from Nate? Absolutely a get shit on moment. Eventually, bomb tapped, maybe full stuck. Are they covering him? Yes, he kind of is, but not well enough. Easy peasy, bro.
Mac 10.
Huey spotted. What's good? What's good, Huey? How you doing, bro?
I have a left,
Nothing left but a body on top of another. They're cuddling on the ground after they die down, and a double kill from Cameron. This might be the shutout from Nate and Cam after all.
They're broke here. They're broke here. They're macked up.
I didn't give a prediction for this one, I realized, but I don't know what I would have given. I don't know where I would have actually let this one lie if I had to give an idea of my own. I feel like I would have gone for Louis and Wumbo.
Dead right side.
So I'm not going to be a fraud and lie to you and say that I definitely believe that Nate and Cam had this one. I thought it would have been a little bit like a 9-5, 9-6 for Louis and Cam. Or excuse me, Louis and Wumbo, if I had to be frank, bro. I don't really know.
Okay, you want to find the other? Okay.
But even still, bro, I mean, we've got this game still to finish out with one more player to clutch it up. They could give themselves a lifeline, but the problem is the bomb is on the ground.
Can't be there? Got it. Okay.
See, Tony, you didn't give your pick. Maybe if I gave my pick, they would be winning right now, to be honest with you. Maybe if I said Louis and Wumbo, they would have actually won the game. Guys, that's on me. Chat, I take full responsibility. I'm a garbage individual, a terrible human being, one of the worst people of all time.
Oh, right there. Cool.
Easily one of the ugliest people to have ever been born. Debatably the dumbest.
Right, I want to get aggressive. I'm going to try and push the middle.
They only got one more round to close out before we do go into the pre-show for our next game. They may have just done it. They may have completed the full circle sprint back into this win. This would be a huge Bring to form shadow advantage for Nate, but SMG versus AK-47, it isn't great. And we saw Cameron play, or excuse me, Louis play here with an AWP last half, and it did not work. Nate and Cam, separated from one another, leaves Cameron with only the responsibility of trying to get into a better spot to work for. That was a little tough, team. I feel like he should have taken his time on that one just a little bit longer and catches the one out the air. And Wumbo with 59 HP already shaved off of him is too great a target. That was close, but no cigar. Don't talk down on yourself like that. Dad on wheels, I'm joking. I'm a pretty confident individual, I'll tell you what. Right now, confidence is going to be key for Louis and Wumbo. They got to be 100% of the men that they know that they can be and have to be at every point and every turn. SMG for Nate, volleyed out. Molly to the left side of the site. Cameron's isolated. He's got to do something. Nate is low-key leaving his teammate hung to dry, but what other choice does he frankly have? A nade to gallery blows him to smithereens. Louis and Wumbo have cooked up some nades. Okay. They've got some pretty good nades cooked up, but not being able to hit any of their shots. The nades will only matter so much. Flash high for Cam to maybe re-engage. And I'm on the edge of my seat, quite literally.
In the middle side, middle side.
Looks like they've dropped down into the bomb site now, and he fell off the map.
Good game, bro.
That sucks.
That's hilarious.
That's how they lose. I'm not going to get that interview for that discussion we were talking about earlier. But I will be able to get Nate and good boy Cameron up in here. See what they think. Good vibes. Let's go. I like that energy. Hello, team.
Hello, Tony.
Hello.
Listen, I didn't give my prediction for that game, unfortunately, for everybody else. So there was no way for me to jinx it or of any other nature help anybody. So let's just get that out of the way right immediately. So you guys, you won on your own accord. I had nothing to do with it. And this is all you. So congratulations. Every win you have other than this one is my doing. So I'll take that. No, but jokes aside, I mean, listen, you guys got a pretty good victory here. Palai is a map that not everybody can really look so good on. And it honestly looked like to me personally that Louis and Wumbo were playing it decently, but there were just a little bit of that mid-round missing factors that we needed on their CT side for my money, even though it did end at a 4-4 score. How do you feel like that game in the CT side to start with really felt for your guys' perspective?
I think once I won that pistol, we won the game, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Like immediately. That was the point.
Yeah,
where
I was 6-3,
Yeah,
6-3, and they forced the next round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the force is big too. We won the force, and that's like, yeah, their money was bad. I think the pistol was like the mental dagger, and then the win on the force buy was like the eco dagger, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing on the pistol. They were like trying to boost.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they were trying to get a little bit cute with it, and you know, sometimes, majority of the time, that doesn't end up working out on that map. I feel like it definitely feels like a bit of an awkward scenario when those boosts don't work because you just gave them either a little bit of tech or you use your one and done, your gimme, and it just fails outright. You feel a little bit silly. But there weren't too many of that, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like. So what do you feel like as far as that map is concerned that some of your strengths are now that we already kind of got some of your quote-unquote weaknesses out of the way in the pre-show?
Go ahead, Cameron.
I just think that map just like fits our playstyle, and we can. I don't know. I actually feel like that map you can get a little wonky with it and like actually have some sort of strategy. Where I feel like that brewery map, like I feel like that map is just really hard to.
Yeah.
Feels like very one-dimensional.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
No, go ahead. Okay, so yeah, I think the big thing too, Tony, is like our communication between myself and Cameron is really good. Like I don't think we ever felt like we don't know where they're at, you know, like if we have the info. Like for example, like that big round where he called that I saw him top on the roof. You know, that was a huge call, like a round-winning call out. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, definitely that map. I feel like in particular, being as small as it is, not really getting all the communication lines opened up that you require is going to make it a more difficult affair, more so than many other. So that love to hear. I mean, I didn't get to hear much of your point, or actually, excuse me, any of your point of view up until the second half because we did the switch from Wumbo. But even still, I think that you guys really looked like you had turned yourself online to make sure that that victory was in your camp, and that's a big victory to win. Listen, you got your call-out team, you got the one that you wanted to face off against and find yourself a victory on, and when you do so, it's got to feel pretty good. So, I congratulations to you again.
yeah.
And before we do send you on your way, we've got a little bit of extra time, some bonus time, if you will. So I'm going to shift us over to our screen with the stakes and bring up the tail of the tape for our next match and see what you guys actually feel and think for our fourth matchup of the night.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, oh, actually, am I a bozo? No, I'm not a bozo. Okay. So we've got ourselves Caker and Classic up against Fusion and Edge. So I don't know how well versed you are with your lore, but I mean,
okay.
They're teammates at one point very recently in time. Caker having just left the roster, I believe, for Corrupt, if I'm not mistaken. Now, obviously, friends, LAN teammates, LAN enemies, a lot as far as their history is concerned between these guys. So first of all, I guess I just want to know what your thoughts are on the teams, and then second of all, where you think this one will lie.
Go ahead, Cameron.
I like both the teams. I think they're chill guys. They're fun guys. But I definitely, stats aside, I definitely think is it Caker? Is that how you say it?
Caker and Classic, yes.
Caker and Classic. I think they will take the dub for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I love both teams. All those players. All four players are really awesome. I think Caker and Classic have had some big wins so far, and I like their odds for sure in this.
I think that they have definitely shown some spunk. I think they've definitely shown some energy in some of these wins that they, like you say, are probably less favored in than many would assume. I think that they really come into this 2 versus 2 setting and have that mindset about them where they stray away from 5 versus 5 mindsets where you can maybe get in your own head a little bit. And I actually do agree with you on this one, to be honest with you. I think that Fusion and Edge have had their struggles. I think they've started to look just a little bit better as time has gone by, but not enough to the point where I think Caker and Classic wouldn't be able to take them again. They've already done it in the head-to-head one time prior. They've already found them at a 9-5 scoreline the last time they clashed. That was over on Whistle. This time tonight, playing on Palai again. The third time we're seeing that map played out before we end our night. So if it changes your mind at all, let me know. But I'm still pretty decently for Caker and Classic.
I think Caker and Classic had a big win on Palai, like specifically too, if I don't remember correctly. So.
We played both of these teams on this map.
Yeah.
Remember the first time we played him was against Fusion, and he was throwing those nades.
Yeah, the double HG on the right side. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good tech. Yeah.
That was. It might be a closer game than we think.
Well, I mean, I guess we're going to have to wait and see, but until then, I do appreciate you for stopping in and giving me such a lengthy post-game interview, letting me get some of that time filled, the dead air, as well as you guys have some pretty good opinions, and I know that everybody here is pretty much familiar with one another, so it's pretty good to get your thoughts on each of these instances, so thank you again, and I do appreciate you, and hope you enjoy your night.
Thank you, Tony.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. And so, we've gotten to speak to our winners of the last game. Who we've yet to speak to were the players yet to join us in our server for the 4th game of the night. Caker, Classic, Fusion, and Edge. It's a battle of 2 teams that have a lot of history, as I'd stated. They've played against one another. They've got teams that they've played with one another for the last couple of years on LAN and online as well. So it's kind of crazy, I think, how much that there really is going into this one as far as history is concerned, because that's the coolest thing about Counter-Strike for me personally, especially when it comes to the top level of the game. The history a lot of these organizations and a lot of these teams have with one another is going to be a lot of the talking points to really go for, and where you root for a certain level and where you root for a certain team, you look for the composition of the players. And I know that there are a lot of Caker and Classic fans, or at least a good number of them, that have shown their support in previous matchups too, so let's not chalk them out. But Fusion and Edge, they've got a lot of shit talk energy, they've got a lot of pizzazz, they've got a lot of energy, so they've got a lot working for them, I think, in that direction. If you want to talk about that much, at the very least, they've certainly got a lot. So we'll see if there's a little bit of shit talk. I think there will be. I think we can come to expect that much. It's going to be probably a little bit of time before we really grind out all the shit talk from Fusion and Edge, because they seem to have almost an infinite amount of it. But let's get them in here and see what they've got.
Leg of... Oh.
Dude, what are you saying, bro?
I was talking about college basketball. I'm 2 for 2 in my last 2 parlays. The money printer is underway.
Oh, well, maybe your prediction on tonight's matchup as far as the scoreline will be supportive of that
Yeah,
concept.
it's 9-0 us. It's not really close.
9-0. Well, we've got some people disagreeing. I'll tell you what. And listen, I know
Tell
you're
the people to learn some ball.
I was gonna say, I know you're no stranger to that concept of people disagreeing with your takes. But listen, let's talk a little bit about some ball knowledge, okay? I'm not fully in the know right now, and I honestly would like to know as well, but I am under the impression currently that the team in which all 4 of you played together in very recently is currently going under another set of changes, if I'm not mistaken. So walk me through what's going on the side of TM Corrupt, if you will, because that's the team for those of you who aren't aware they come from.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? I'm not. If I had to guess, team's dead. It's likely relegation. We can go 6 and 8, but it would require all of God's will to keep us up and a lot of moving pieces. But I guess we did it to ourselves. We lost 3 overtimes in a row, or like 2 11-13s and 1 16-14 or whatever it was in a row.
Right.
So way she goes sometimes, but it's it's not like we hate each other or anything. So our vibes are still always high.
So is it
it's
like
just
not a
awkward
rebuild
right now.
for next season, or is this just...
I don't know what it is, man. I really don't. If you want me to keep it a bug with you, here's the
Dude.
thing. I know Kaker. I'm just
Fusion
gonna.
IGL, what
whatever.
happened, man?
Well, here's the thing, right? I know Kaker played a tryout with the Trick Squad last night, I think, and I know me and Edge are probably staying together wherever we go. And I think I haven't heard anything about Chico, and I think Classic is subbing for Maverick in playoffs because roster lock's not until Sunday, so he's gonna play the last 2 games out with his first shits and gigs, and then go sub for Maverick. But as of next season, I don't know. We always skeep. There might end up being a field by hate spin back again at this point, which would be fire. But
All right, well, listen, if you guys are
maybe
looking
Tumas and his friend Rice will be there.
If you,
Sorry,
guys,
I had to.
if you guys are looking to run tryouts for a 5th next season, you know where to find me. You know my
Oh
number.
wait, that could be fun. Hold on.
You know
You want to
my-
opt for us?
Wait, we already went down this route. Let's talk about that another time.
So much familiarity.
Let's talk about this another time. But for real though,
Yeah.
talk about this game. Give me a little bit of what your thoughts are in a real note. I mean, you just said 9-0. Are you actually coming to this one and feeling like
well,
that?
here's the thing. It's never actually going to be 9-0. That's it happened to us, but that's just the way that we're all so familiar with each other and have played with and against each other hundreds, if not thousands of times.
Yeah.
It is a map I know both of us don't really favor as well, but me and Edge actually showed up in one play against Hambuga just a few days ago, which is not a very common trend, but we'd like to make it that way. I think we kind of figured out the method on Palais, so to speak. I think we now know what we like to do, and I think we aren't gonna fuck off as much and troll. I think we got a good little thing down pat now on the CT side, and then even on the T side, I think there's one section or one thing that is a trap, and we're gonna avoid it, and we'll see if you can catch on. Who are you watching tonight, Tony? By the way,
Starting with Classic, shifting
Boo.
to Edge. So
Let's go.
that's at halftime. We're gonna see what you guys are up to. So until then, we had a little bit of an extensive talk. I'm happy to have done so. I hope we get to talk at some point soon when I'm not swamped or sleeping.
Yeah, bro, real.
I hope you guys have a wonderful game, and potentially I'll see you afterwards for the post.
Yeah, we'll see you in 20 minutes, man.
We'll see.
See you in a bit, bud.
See you in a bit. All right, Classic and Caker. We just got a little bit of a yap session going with Fusion and Edge. We got a little bit of the down low, the scoop as to what's been going down with you guys in your roster recently. A little bit of tryouts here, a little bit of substituting there. 5-man roster maybe not going so well, but I want to see how you guys are holding strong as far as your duo is concerned, because they find themselves sticking together no matter what. But 2v2, you guys got to stick it out for the rest of this season, team.
I mean, me and Classic are boys. There's no splitting up there as far as here. And 1v1 me. We play together all the time, so the chemistry's still there, so it don't really matter.
Classic, you feeling the energy tonight? Because your POV's up first, and I want to see that mustache shining and glistening in the camera as it bounces some reflections of flashbangs off of it.
I'm feeling great, feeling fantastic. I'm a little upset at Fusion, but that's besides the point.
Oh, what about the interview? Did you listen?
I heard some murmurs, and I don't know. It is what it is.
Dude, wait, talk some shit. This is your time.
No shit needs to be talked. I'm just excited to play the game tonight and get our second matchup against them.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm down for that. I guess I got a little bit of the information from him that maybe was who knows, a little little too much knowledge, but who knows? I'm cool to get whatever I just got, and I'm cool to enter this game with a little bit of energy for you guys as well. I know that this is going to be a fun one for you regardless, though. So, Polai, talk to me a little bit about your comfortability levels on it, because they've gotten some pretty big wins recently, but I know you have in the past as well.
Yeah, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you want my honest opinion, the map is dog shit. Go ahead, kick
Yeah,
it.
that's all I really got. Fine, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we beat I think it was STX and Raven,
Sure.
apologies, on this map before. And it's kind of been mixed results for us. I think the map's kind of weird, and it's depending on how the other team plays. If we play well,
Right.
I think our, I think it's style v style pretty much. Polai is very strange, and I think it's, like, in my opinion, the worst map in this pool.
Okay.
As far as the 1v1 me league, but don't matter if we hate it or not. We got to win on it, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. I mean, the maps, obviously, there's a number of them, of a total of 6, not 7, that we're going to be going on to, where it's a lot that you still got to readjust to, as well as learn as time goes by. You can't veto them, so it's just going to be random on the night, and you got to come into it with the best mindset as possible. But even then, I think that when we're talking about this game tonight, we're hoping to see you guys come into good form, both teams, and give us a good show. So maybe you will, maybe you won't. I'm not to say, I'm not to judge, but either way, I appreciate you stopping in for the pregame. All I need now is what you think the scoreline is going to be for the finish.
I'm going 9-2. 9-2.
Classic, you with that or what?
9-0 us.
9-2, 9-0. We'll see you in maybe a minute or two here, but I'll throw you down into that match setup to get a little bit of a game going on for us. A minute left to stake. Kaker and Classic, good luck.
Thank you.
Chat. Maybe we got a little bit too much information in that Fusion Edge interview. Maybe too much was leaked. Might have gotten a little bit of a juicy scoop for some of you teams out there. Things are heating up in the camps. But I'm down for it, dude. I'm down for it. Kaker is the underdog, so it would seem. You guys are 0.03 in favor of Fusion and Edge, where I'm actually probably the opposite direction. I would take probably Kaker and Classic a little sooner than that, especially after the comms that we had from the winners of the last game saying the same thing. Tiski in the Twitch chat saying bruh emoji that Kaker is the underdog, another team that's playing in this week 6 night 1. Up against Languor and Coco next game. Staking is now closed. Hope you guys have gotten in everything that you would have wanted to and more, because we are starting our match in mere moments. Kaker and Classic are who we'll be starting with, specifically as mentioned, Classic's point of view. Hope that you're ready for that one. It'll be fun. Or at least I hope it will be. It's as much fun as we make it too, guys, so make sure you have a little bit of energy about you. Our night is not even close to done. We got more Counter-Strike on the way and coming. Everybody going on. Let's get it, Team Fusion, so says Bam Bam. Okay, all right. Tiski so says, and I quote, brother, I would have bet my fucking life insurance on Kaker. So that's a lot of praise coming out from one of these teams around the same area and floating, it feels like, for the record as the season goes by. I believe Tiski team is 15th right now, whilst Fusion's team is 16th and Kaker's is 11th. So if that's any semblance of reasoning for you, there's that. As we're ready to get into this match. Without any further ado, I really do like how quickly that these teams are floating along. Any tech issues are made up for that fact. We've been kept on track. Gotta get the audio flowing here. Bow. Bow. I'm trusting you, whoever said 9496 Lamau. I wasn't planning on staking on this one, so hopefully you're right. I wish I would have joined earlier. I would have bet on Kaker too. All right, well, it's okay. Who knows? Maybe you would have come to regret it, and this is the world's way of saying that you've got a stake for next game instead. That one being Tiski versus Languor again, I will mention. Just so you're aware, okay? Oh, Classic barely even realizing where he's getting shot from, gets dinked, and he's getting run through, but Kaker's got his coverage. Classic's gone loud, but will it be Fusion to read the scenario well enough? Where could Classic have gone off to is probably what Fusion is wondering. Clearing the site now. Bomb is over on the right, and he's going to be able to get away. Where's Classic? Or excuse me, where's Kaker? Come help me, brother. He might be getting walked on from spawn, and he is, but Classic's got the read on him. I wonder if he hit one of those jump shot tags. But that's pistol round. First blood for Caker, and the second blood as well. The double kill, if you will. You don't know Fusion like I know Fusion? Is that true?
I'm gonna get real close here.
Caker is usually first blood. A majority of the time that they get first blood, I feel like it's Caker the one to get it, especially in this game, in this head-to-head.
One more.
If I were to do first blood, I feel like I would never stake for Classic over Caker if I'm going to put it on their team in general, especially if they're the overdog, especially if they're the team with the higher win percentage. Finished job by Classic. We're going double kill for double kill, baby. We're going band for band between the two of them. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, excuse me. Damn.
Good.
Baby girl. Not to, that Molotov is going off the map. That thing, he yeeted that thing, bro. I gotta get a sound for yeet. Commentator, let's be real, those stats mean nothing. I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about the fact that it's Caker who gets it all the time. Not the team. I'm talking about Caker himself. Caker himself is always the one to actually get that first kill. He's the better player with the USPS. Typically, he's the one taking the fights when Classic isn't. In watching the matches, you'd know that it's just kind of Caker usually. It's either Caker dying or getting first blood. There's very little in between. Whereas Edge and Fusion, again, I mean, they're the worst team.
Yeah, they're by me. They just reverse boosted.
I did not say the win percentage, because I don't even know what the win percentage is. I'm saying that a majority of the time it's Caker finding first blood. Because it's true. I mean, that guy's always finding first blood majority of the time. And if it's not, unfortunately, it's usually Classic dying or him dying taking the first duel. So I feel like it's a pretty safe space to go with Caker a majority of it, because it's pretty much like not like quite literally 50-50 if it's going to be him getting it or him losing it. So I'm with that. I think he's a big pick. Fusion and Edge, they're just going to be playing for the defusal right now up against the both of them, and there's a bit of an issue in the fact that they're not really investing in kits well enough. That's my problem. 2-1. Money back. They got ammo. They got utility. They saved that SMG, so it's all good. Again, Caker has a kit. Okay. For those of you who are unaware, the bomb timer takes 10 seconds to defuse, but if you spend $400 to get a defuse kit, then you half that time. That time he hit the Molotov, though. Classic actually made that one work. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. He fell off the map. What are we doing?
Yeah, I have middle. I don't think he can get into the window himself, so I think we're good right here.
Oh my good lord, bro. Edge loses his life to the map. Caker and Classic keep themselves almost 100 HP. The both of them in Fusion left to clutch. All they got to do right now is roll together right now, Caker and Classic, and there should be no way in hell. Fusion can't go into the room to their left. He can only come from the gallery, the rooftop, or the door. And that's that. Done and dusted, bro. Can't believe that, man. 3-1, bro. What are we doing right now, team? What are we doing right now, chat? That is a wrong buzzer. Stop 6-7ing. Not funny. Plus you're childish. Plus Caker double kill. Nice. Harosh. Bien, Harosh.
I'm gonna try to get it.
Counter-Strike classic term.
Like in the corner tucked.
Alrighty. 4-1. Okay. Starting off pretty smooth in this game right now. Flashbang goes high and wide to the right again. Looks like that Molotov might have missed. It's got some inconsistencies to it, and Classic's going to be trying to hold his own up against the pistol, and the last of them, the second player there, the SMG to swing wider than that. The MAC-10 is good, but Caker, where are you, my friend? I need you, and I need you now. What a whiff from Caker. Oh, no, bro. Oh, wow, this game is having some ugly-ass rounds.
Fusion's internet is so bad. I have 63 ping to him.
Oh, my God. This is not a beautiful brand of CS. Molly hits this time. Again, 50-50. Last round it misses. This round it hits. Classic gonna take his peak. Just trying to stay alive, and Fusion finding his. Now it's a wonder where Edge is at. Are they playing a slower game, waiting to see where Classic will edge in from? No pun intended. Potentially, but Classic is going for the full wrap around. He's not yet been seen, and he's not yet been heard. So as he goes for the full flank out, maybe he'll be awaited. One on that rooftop. And Classic's going to round the bend. Not sure if he heard them on the full drop, but he will catch the first of them and hearing the bomb planted now, too. But they're not going to stick it full in. Edge has got himself now a question. Is he going to try and get himself comfortable for the C4, or is he going to try and hunt down the final of these CTs? I don't really have any one way, shape, or form to believe that it's going to be the flanker, whether or not he's going to stick to his guns right now, Edge, but he's going to need to make a decision, and he's going to need to make it now, because this is just a last-second ditch effort for him to get into the bomb site. 20 seconds left. Quiet, patient, 20. Now down to 15. 4 seconds to stick it. And if Edge clears this corner hard and kills him, it would be miraculous, because it's going to be Classic who gets the drop on him instead. 5-2. Well done. Double kill clutch. We switch at the half to Edge to see what he's made of. Okay, one more 6-7, I guess, bro. Come on. Get out of your system. Come on, get it out of your system, guys. Before you get taken to daycare. Another shadow advantage that they lose. The second time we've seen that tonight. That angle should be the CTs to win out every day of the week. Now, where the hell is Edge? Same angle, same angle. Spam is decent from Caker, but he just can't get over the line. And he's not going to be able to let go of that nade either, unfortunately. They're just going to plant it. Up the stairwell. And into the next duel. This time, no whiff. This time, the Caker double kill. And this time, a 6-2 at the half. BM him. BM him. I hate you, bro.
My bind went away.
He says 6-7-2, bro. I'm done.
Play the vintage crossfire on like the steps in the left, you know what I mean? Just play like art, the crossfire from back art to surf.
Let's give it to them, boys. See if they can lock in for this second half on only the pistols. This is where it all begins, chat. This is where they can get their money up. I love how wide Edge is on his camera right there. Oh, Caker reamed him, man. Again, that Glock opens up, and again, Caker gets that double kill. They've got to be feeling ever so tilted, man. Yeah, Fusion actually audibly giving us a little bit of a look into the mindset of the boys, the duo, not really feeling it. Not tonight, not on Palai. Tiski said in that chat, too, that he would have bet his insurance, his life insurance, on the fact they win out. Oh, I think that he's made noise right now. I think Edge has given up his position. I mean, they've already found Fusion, and he's feeling himself now. Are they going to try and just drop down and in to Gallery to clear him? They hear him. But he's not going to commit. He's not going to go all the way. He's going to give it a couple seconds before he finishes it out. But Edge, he's gonna have to be loud to drop off this position, guys. He can't sit here and get off of that without making a sound cue. He's gonna need to make it loud. And the SMG as well really requires him to be close, obviously. The Gallery being naded in. The smoke being thrown as well. And it's easy pickings, I think, for the two. It shouldn't be a problem. He's going to need to make a move now, and he knows that. Realizes that he might need to get cheeky with it. Expecting them to try and phase the smoke, or does he know that that's wall-bangable and I don't? Well, 11 bullets left in his weapon after he spammed like that, so that's not very good. His teammate is going to be back turned enough and low on health to the point where now Caker has to hit that clutch and the kit isn't on him. 10 seconds left for the defusal. Whatever they needed, but Caker will finish it.
99, I'm sure.
62-2. Not 99.
Would you hit him? Great.
One more round. One more round. Send them home. Send them home. That's what they're saying in the stands. They're gonna win. Send them home. Send them home. Nading himself just a little bit. Fusion's running in. He's got an SMG. He's honestly found Classic to the point where he heard Caker up above. Where the hell could he have gone, though? Is he going to drop down dry?
Yeah, we could just sit here like this.
I do wonder. And now, the last of them needs to just find his way back into the round from either end. Has he gone all the way around about the spawn? Because look, at that doorway to the left of Fusion and Edge right now, if he can get there, that's the one position that they're not ready for. He could just walk in and catch them on the timing. But I don't think he can do it silently. Nope, he can't. And that footsteps was heard. He's going to give over the info, and bang. This should be an easy one. This should be an easy one. This should be... Dude. I literally... I don't know. I don't even know what to think or feel. I am baffled at how many whiffs there were, at how many tosses there were, and if that's the way that they want to end it, they were already going to end the game, in my opinion, no matter the case, but if they're going to do it like that, then so be it, bro. So be it. Listen, crazy. 9-2, Caker, you enter the Hall of Champions in terms of predicting your games correctly for the night. I think the third to do so out of 4. So everybody really efficient tonight on that front. And you very efficient on Palai. Walk me through how you felt on that game, because it was clearly very easy, but do you feel it was the same?
Yeah, I mean, it felt pretty easy. Like I said, Palai is kind of a weird map. It depends on how the other team plays, and I think they kind of played into our hand more so than the other way around. And, I mean, my shots were just landing, so felt good.
Definitely shots were landing. That much cannot be contested in the slightest. You know, Tiski, talking to you about how, you know, positionally, I feel like even in the 2 versus 2 setting, in comparison to the 5 versus 5 setting that you guys are also very familiar with each other with, Caker is usually the one taking the first forefront fights. Do you find that to be a consistent factor, and how do you really decide to play around that? Like, do you play supportively in terms of utility more often than not, or are you looking to be a body at his hip?
Classic.
You know, I just kind of do whatever Big Baja needs, you know?
You guys communicate like that? Because I didn't get to see, you know, obviously your second half on the T side, so.
I mean, it's kind of
just... I was going to say, I feel like most of the time when we play these matches, you know, when you know, today Caker played out of his mind, so shout out, bro. But like when he's just playing, you know, his typical game, getting his ones, whatever, I seem to take the lead in terms of, you know,
positioning,
what we're gonna do in that round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know, today he was just he had a feeling, so it was a Caker show today for sure.
I mean, I actually didn't get to see the kill feed for the end of it. I didn't get to actually see what you had ended up on in terms of kills and deaths. Do you remember, either of you?
Caker was in double digits, I know that.
I have no clue. I honestly couldn't tell you what my kills were.
Listen, double digits.
I didn't get to see them either.
Double digits is probably a pretty good score to have, especially considering the game didn't go as deep as usually it does for that to be a regular. You know what I mean? Where you have always those games where you go deep towards like 9-6, 9-5, even 9-7, and then have yourself at like 14. But this is a big win for you guys in terms of a statement game to be made. You're already at position 10, maybe even jockeying for a higher space now with that victory, I think. So congratulations to you for that, and congratulations for doing it in such a damn nice fashion. I mean, I think you two really have adapted to the 2 versus 2 setting to where I think you can hit some more wins maybe in good time. But we'll wait and see whether or not that's going to happen. I want to throw it to the last game of the night that we do have, and I want to get your feelings, thoughts, and opinions on it. So I'm going to pull you over for a conversation whilst I throw up the tail of the tape for game 5. That was the tail of the tape for the last game. This is Languor and Coco against Tiski and Fat Guy. And not to be that guy, but Tiski's in chat right now, so be nice.
I love Tiski and Fat Guy. I also love Languor and Coco. I think they're both really cool teams. I will go with a neutral. They're going to somehow tie the game.
A Golden Gun?
Listen.
Golden Gun, Languor.
Shout out New Jersey.
Shout out New Jersey.
Tiski and Fat Guy for the win. Fat Guy's dropping fucking 15. Let's go.
All right. Fat Guy is... You said Fat Guy's dropping 15?
Fat Guy's dropping 15. That's what I said.
Fat Guy, you've got a lot of passion coming your way from a fellow New Jerseyan right now that you have to live up to. If you see on the screen right now the tail of the tape that we have, this is misleading after the game that we had earlier. Languor and Coco are now number 7 in the league, so they are considerably higher on the board than they were previously, with 4 wins more than their opponents and 7 losses less. So if it matters to you two at all, the map is going to be on Palai again. Jesus, we're ending the night with Palai after friggin' 3 of them. Okay, well, that's going to be our map, so I don't know if that changes anything for you, but Classic, what do you think that the scoreline of this one is going to be after Caker says the 9-8?
9-6.
Okay.
Tiski.
9-6 Tiski team. Well, we've got a little bit of a split desk, if you will. So we'll see if either of you are correct. Obviously, it was a pretty decent prediction coming out from Caker for your match in particular. We'll see if he can follow it up, or if it's Classic's turn, or if both of you are just wrong. So thank you for joining me for this, and I appreciate you. I hope to see you again real soon, team.
Thank you.
Well, chat, you heard it here from them, as we have a couple of experts, I will say, on a couple of these games. A couple of real smart individuals, Languor and Coco, being given your guys' early support. You can see that start to go in on them for the First Bloods too. Primarily Languor. It's a little bit of a lean in his way, as we've seen Coco do a lot of the heavy lifting and damage doing in the last couple of games. I think me personally, I would probably lean in his direction. I think he's been doing some really solid work. I think that I've been really most impressed with what he's delivered as a player on a lot of the moments where they need him most, to whereas it's not to say that Languor has been bad. I think it's just mainly been Coco impressing me more than not, as any of the players in this server. But a win right now from Tiski, in fact, I would be everything. Let's take a look at the recent games, because as you can see, it's been a bit more of a turnaround from their season than we've seen previously, having a little bit of a, let's just say, downturn before. Really, few and far between were their wins towards the beginning of the season. It was a major, I think, 8-loss streak that they needed to break. They got a win over Frizzy, 9-3, insane win, a 9-4 over Twigs, probably just as crazy. And then after that, getting a little bit drowned out, but a return to form against Hambuga and Sky on Rooftop. So that was their most recent victory that we can look on to see if there is any sort of a pattern, a semblance of one that we can go back on. So with that information, chat, what are we thinking? What are the odds? What are our minds telling us right now? Obviously, you don't want to give up the sauce, maybe. Maybe you don't want to lean the odds in one way, shape, or form in order to support a stake of your own. But let's look at the biggest wins for tonight while we wait. Why don't we? Because we haven't checked them out just yet. 204, pretty decent. 230, not bad, not bad. How much was put down for that? 15 to 230. Damn, look at you go. XL snag. Big ups to Bro, the 256 win for Screwdriver we'd mentioned earlier on in the night. 292 for Green. $19 put down. All right. 244 for Dad on Wheels. A pretty regular staker, I feel like, to find some wins. There's the $175 stake that I saw. Thank the heavens it pays out. Jesus, it was only just a who wins, so he doubles his cash fund. 391 from 40. Dude, Sarcastic Dan, you weren't kidding when you said you hit it green, brother. Steak and cheese. 2.8 multiplier on the who will win. Barely pulling away, but still hitting 280. I don't think we're going to see anybody hitting any higher for tonight in Counter-Strike. There's that 392 again for the who will win from Screwdriver, who was going big and definitely going home happy. And that'll be it for all of our CS stakers. That will be it. The heavy hitters showing up and showing out. This is my first time betting staking. I don't know who to pick. Well, if you're doing the who will win, I think Languor is a pretty decent one to go on with. I think that if you're going for the First Blood, I personally think Coco is pretty decent for that one, the player to find the first kill in the game. And if you're going for a score count, gonna need to hear from our players, honestly, in the interviews, but I'm thinking 9-3, 9-4, 9-5 is a pretty good spread to chill with in favor of Team Languor if you're gonna be thinking they take the victory overall. That's my personal beliefs. Everybody else obviously willing to give over their information. Maybe they'll have a skewed opinion, though. But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling. Those are my inner thoughts. Those are my inner minds letting out to you. That's what I'm feeling. The energy is there still. We've got one more game, and it's always got to be a high point of our night, or else what are we even doing, team? If you didn't come here with some happiness, some radiance to you, some energy about it, then what are we doing? potentially losing money and feeling a little down, a little blue, or winning some green and feeling good while we do it. I think that's the best way of going about our nights, if I'm being honest with you. 8 more minutes to stake, and 8 more minutes that we can get a conversation point in with these two teams, as well as return to the tail of the tape in a minute or two after the fact and see if we can get some more insights. Holy moly, I just almost destroyed my green screen. That would have been an unfun time. All's well that ends well, though. How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Stake after stake rolling in. 25 put down. Who's got our biggest stake right now? I'm seeing a lot of 25s as our higher investors. 39. Interesting. Who did the 39? What an odd number to lay down. What a curious little catch. Who you think is going to win? Languor and Coco, I believe, personally. We've seen Tiski and Fat Guy hit a fat upset on this map in particular. But I think that Languor and Coco have showed us just as much good on this map as well as individually. They've played once tonight, so they're warm. Languor and Coco are warm. I'm pretty sure Languor and Coco played this map earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Am I misremembering? Am I misremembering? I think they played this map against Hamburger and Sky. I'm pretty good on Languor and Coco. Looks like that 9-3, 9-4 to 9-5 is where we're going to be settling. I think that that's reasonable. I think that's pretty good. I think that is a good super stake for those of you looking for a nice little spread. I think that that's a pretty comfortable spot to be in. I got you. Yeah. I got you. Don't you even worry about it. My legends of the chat. My stakers of the grind. We're a team here, you and I. I hope you realize this. I'm not working against you. I'm only working with and for you. You're my everything, team. Tiski's POV is the one we're going to be starting with for those of you curious. Big Tiski stream fan here. Do I bet too? No. No, I do not. If I ever stake, or rather, if I ever gamble on CS, I would personally be doing it on 5v5. But even then, I don't really do that either. How about Messley on 2K? Yeah, I got you. Black Ops 7 just came out. Black Ops 7 just dropped. Let's get dragging and get some conversations moving. We don't got much time left, chat.
He's like,
hello.
He's still pissing.
What?
Hello.
What? Me? I wasn't.
Let's go. Do your job, man. Come on.
All right, here's my job, bro. You played this map already. You know, I mean, we already seen you once before. What's good with it? What's going on? What's the change up? Anything? Are we feeling a little uncomfortable about this one? Or are we going to run the same game plan and keep it moving?
Same game plan. It'll be easy.
What makes you think we're going to change?
Listen, bro, I don't know, dude. Sometimes people change. Sometimes people wake up in the morning and realize that their lives aren't where they want them to be and they make a whole overhaul. So I don't know. You could change in one game. Anything's possible, bro.
We're going to change the scoreline 10-9 now.
Go for it. Listen, I'm all down for it. We don't got much time to do a whole lot of yapping, so getting right down to the nitty-gritty is great. This team right now in Tiski and Fat Guy, I mean, they're number 15 seed. You guys right now, after your last win, you're number 7. You have a whole gap in between you to where you're doubling down onto where that scoreline separates the two of you. So you don't want to lose on that for one, and for two, you don't want to lose against a team that's that far beyond you. Give me a little bit of motion as far as the conversation point between you two individually compared to them goes. Give me something.
I just have one thing to say about that.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. All right.
That's it.
That's Doug for we're gonna 9-0 them, and it doesn't matter who we're playing, whether they're shit or they're good. We're gonna 9-0.
All right. I dig the level of confidence, but if you lose, I'm repossessing your house, bro, because stakers are on your side and so am I, so...
Says the guy who gambled everything on DK Rad versus Laboom.
That's true, I did do that, actually. That was...
Or sorry, staked.
That was Tiski. That was Tiski Fat Guy versus Laboom and no one on this map, bro.
No, it was
Yes.
a DK Rad one, I thought.
No, it was Tiski and Fat Guy on this map. Don't test me on my ball knowledge. I almost cried, yo. It was nuts. So now I hope you realize what's at stake here, okay? You might be the one to sell in the same way.
Don't talk to me like that, little bro.
All right, I took out life insurance for this one. I will see how this one goes, guys. Good luck to you. I hope to see you for the winner's interview for your sake.
We decide if you pull the plug or not?
Bro.
Okay, dude.
Good luck.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you, Wolf.
Catch you. Get cut off. Oh my god. All right, listen, guys. We've been here before. Last game of the night. Palai, you, a team that is heavily staked up against you. No, hear me out. It was Laboom and no one. The world was against you, including me. Exactly. And you won.
Oh yeah, it was their teammates. So yeah, so if we win this one, we officially beat all of Mazarea.
Oh yeah, that's true, dude. They might be mad at me because I was in a call with Bagel or Rune, as you know, and I said, "Yo, Twigs sucks," and he's like, "Yeah, that's my teammate." And they started trying to shit talk me, and then I hit a 1v5 in a pug, and he apologized.
Well, I mean, you're gonna need to hit some 1v2s here. I can only reckon you're gonna be put in some of those positions, but we'll have to wait and see. They say pretty confidently, but they usually do. 9-0, you guys are done for. You're washed, you're wiped. A minute and 30. How do you retort?
Dude, my retort is that like just look at the aura in the pictures and think about that.
Let's
bro.
look at the
That's all
aura
I'm
in the
gonna say.
pictures, okay? Here we go. Chat,
Dude,
ready?
Like, all right.
Check it. Ready?
Look at,
We got,
all right, so we got one motherfucker in a jersey,
This is
curly
Tiski.
hair, side profile, right?
This is hold on, wait.
And
This is hold on. This is you first. This is you. I'm watching you first. This is you.
All right, so I'm pointing down. I'm saying to sit down. You know, you can interpret that however you want. Top half is visible.
And now we're gonna
bottom
switch
isn't.
over.
Maybe I have pants.
Now we're looking at
Maybe I don't.
Languor.
All right, curly hair, side profile. Like, what do you get it? Like, motherfucker did a perm just to play Counter Strike. All right.
Okay.
whatever.
So now we're gonna go to your side again. We're gonna look at Fat Guy.
All right, Lucas. Literally, think about the name, bro. Somebody like messaged in chat at one point said, "I've never seen more aura than the name Fat Guy."
I heard
we got
that.
a motherfucker named after a bean on the enemy team.
All right, okay,
A
okay.
literal bean.
1.2k likes.
Okay, here we go.
A random Finnish guy.
Here's
Dude, this
Coco.
motherfucker, his name literally, he's named after a bean, bro. You make hot chocolate out of this motherfucker, and you think he's hot, bro? No, he's sweet, bro. He's sweet. That's it. We're gonna fucking munch on him.
All right, let's see if you got any fans, supporters, and stakers after that little
I don't
talk
know.
because we got ourselves 30 seconds left to close, team. What's the score
All
line?
I'm saying,
15-0.
I think we're gonna win 9-7. It's not gonna go to Golden Gun, but
No.
I think we got this one.
We have the
And
secret
it's gonna
card,
be a
bro.
fun one.
The,
We have the
cur-
secret card.
the curse of
We're
Golden
ready
Gun.
we're ready to punch up again. If it goes Gold Gun, if we lose, I'm sorry, I have to find the nearest
Gas station to buy a lot of Rhino
Lottery
dick pills.
tickets.
Rhino dick pills. Rhino dick pills.
Okay, well, good luck, guys. Staking is over. We should be getting the game going as we speak. See you
Yeah, I'm
later.
starting.
Dude, the most unhinged interviews, bro. Let me tell you, they're most unhinged interviews. It never ceases to amaze me how these guys end up talking to us. It gives me such an insane motivation to see them win, where we've seen it happen before. They mentioned it. They beat their two teammates already in a game that was heavily staked up against them. 7 Big Money Tree 7 says 9-3 Tiski. 9-3. Good lord, bro. That is a difference that needs to be overcome. Tiski, if you win, oh my god, please. We got some people begging to see them win now. The WWE Rhino, bro. Yeah, listen, he's all about that Rhino pill, bro. On land, online, wherever he can get a hold of those things, bro. Wherever you can get a hold of those things. Round 17, watch this. Fat Guy's cursed with round 17s, bro. Fat Guy's been hitting golden guns time and time again on the earlier portions of this season. Tiski's wearing a shirt this time and glasses, chat. And he's also got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going, so I don't know what that means, but I don't know. Very rare have I seen him look so locked in. Why is it called Golden Gun? It's just because you go back to the pistol round, and the Golden Guns are the pistol, basically. So it's... Everybody has an equal playing field again. We reset back to round 1 effectively, and whoever wins that round is the winner. The Golden Gun, if you will. All right. Let's see what goes down here on Palai. Are we amping, chat? What the hell are you talking about, bruh? Dropping into this bomb site are the boys. Leaving no stone unturned, perhaps, as we do have ourselves a walk in and around. Tiski pauses. I am so very scared about this position, because if they just jiggle him, he's probably dead, dude. I can only reckon. Staking his life on the line here, hearing all those tip-tapping footsteps on the top side. What are these guys, tap dancers, dude? What are they, at a recital? Come on, ballerinas, jump down. Sorry, Languor and Coco. But right now, they ain't giving me much hope. They're just scaring the shit out of me. And eventually, Tiski will go for his peak. I thought he was about to walk off the edge, man. I was so positive he was going to walk off the edge and just absolutely shit on Coco. If he can find the second of these two, then we may have a game on our hands. We might find ourselves in a good space, because Tiski, he'll go down and double kill. Million, I'm your good luck caster. Listen, bro. I gotta be somebody's good luck caster at some point, man. Gotta be sometime. Looks like everything rectifies itself by the finish line. What? Not live? Not live. I think we're going to be restarting and resetting. Fat Guy's having a bit of an issue. All good. We're just going to restart the round by 1. All we got to do is recreate the pistol round. That's the best case scenario. No tech issues. It's just restarting the stream. That's it. It's going to go 1-0 again, and we're going to start it back up. He's just going to restart his stream. So chill. Why am I all the way over there? Just gotta wait a second, team. Listen up. Listen up. You're going to see a message on screen. It'll describe to you what happened. Fat Guy's stream wasn't properly set. They're just going to fix the stream, and they're just going to restart the game after the pistol round. Still 1-0. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. No refunds. Don't ask, or I'm banning you. I'm not actually. Everything else will remain the same. No, not a reset from round 0. Not a reset from round 0. He just had his stream improperly placed. That's all. Plain and simple. Take a peep. Read him and weep. No refund. No movies. Only video games. Only 1v1 me. He's just got to fix his stream because it's black screened right now. So we know that the game is being played legitimately. Part of the script. Part of the script. Part of the script. Stay woke, boys. Accidental Reddit accent. Alright, seems like the stream is fixed. Now they just gotta hop back on the server and recreate the pistol round. Oh, my neck, my back. Good God. Guys, lock in. Are we thinking this one's going to sway in the opposite direction now with the issues going on, or what? We think this one is going to pop back Starts 1-0 Languor. Do we think Tiski and Fat Guy after this one get their momentum on, or do we think that it's not going to be enough for Languor to be upset? Because that last game, I hope you remember if you were listening, Coco said he was a little bit tilted after his game was having issues and they needed to go for the tech timeout, but he said it's different from time to time when they have to take that couple of moments off. Yeah, why they internet keep crashing and they don't get kicked out? Nobody's internet crashed. (9-0) is alive and well. Alive and well. They just better steamroll past them. After that, that'd be nuts. What up with the sound effects? What up with the sound effects? What up with them?
Kobe!
What up with the sound effects? Sound effects are as they are. This is my favorite one still. If we were playing Call of Duty, that one would go over well. Or the Matt get pissed on. That one I get. To be honest with you, I think that one is a little bit much for me when I listen to some of those streams. If I gotta say that one of them really is crazy, it's that. This better not be a whole reset. It's a reset to 1-0. They just gotta recreate the first round. Music's making you tired. I gotta get something more energetic. This is a little bit more energetic. Danger? That's gotta be good, right? Wait, this is the one I was just listening to, bro. That's crazy. What else do we got on this playlist, Matt? What do we got, Matt? Slaughter? Okay. All right. Should be starting the game in a mere second now. Hey? Yeah, this is much better. I gotta, like, favorite this one. Young Thug. Bro, I can't play Young Thug. We'll get copyrighted. That music isn't ours, bro. Don't worry, I'm here, Tony. Everybody calm down. It's gonna be okay. Xavier is always my rock when it comes to there being a reset, man. I gotta say, you came at just the right time. Stream is good. Round 1 has started. They're killing each other the way that they killed each other on round 1 normally, and then I'm switching back to the stream. As a matter of fact, I'll let you watch it go down because I'm such a nice guy. Play my music? All right, 6ix9ine. Check it out, dude. Bang. And then he shoots you. Bang. And then he shoots you, and then he plants. Go, plant quick, plant quick. Everything recreated. We're back. Thank you, 6ix9ine. One shy. So basically, Counter-Strike happens every night, Monday through Friday on stream, between 10:30 or 11 p.m. Eastern and 1:30 a.m. Eastern. But they also do it on the weekends. It's just not on stream. So there you go, brother. Let's see the script today, bro. Sorry, not today, dude. I can't show you the script every day. That was so damn close. Oh, Tiski was just barely off, dude. That is a sad day. And this is the boost that we were seeing before earlier on this map. Per diem. Fat Guy already hits his though. Okay, Fat Guy, relax, dude. Breathe, brother. Give it a sec. Tiski's still alive. Let him hear. Let him use his ears, dude. And he could still clutch this. That guy doesn't seem to think that he hit him, though. That's tough. And from here on out, I mean, brother's just going to need to wait for the timer to be on his side unless there goes the full hunt. I don't know if Coco would go all the way in trying to find him. But it doesn't matter, dude. Coco clapped, and he hits him with the elevated deagle, dude. How do I get on here? I wouldn't lose it all. Are you the GOAT, bro? What's your face at Elo? Maybe you and I can team. This is kind of awkward, this position right now. I don't really like it. His toes can be seen even over the top side of that smoke until it spreads. So there you go. Okay. Oh, no. A taste of their own medicine, maybe. Rune hits his, and Tiski's been seen. I think he's going to get swarmed at some point. And there's the first of them. The next is a Bubby jumping. What did he do? He's jumping? Holy get shit on. Just hitting my bong, trying to win some money, man. Trying to live my life and make french fries, man. What a way to live, bro. Big ups to you. You live that life, dude. 100%, man. Hell yeah. That's the way to be. That guy managed to get himself enough money made for the A1S. He managed to get himself the first kill again, though, and he will get the double kill. Fat guy is here to play today. My muscles are really tense, dude. I need to take like a hot shower or something because I am tense. Fat guy looking to rip that same swing down low, but Tiski's looking to hit a swing of his own. But Fat guy finds it. Okay, this is one of those where I think Fat guy and Tiski might find themselves with momentum that can't be denied. Let's hit that nade. Nothing there. And that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And the bro A's combined for that one. My man, my boy. They're teammates. And they were teammates. Oh my god, they're actually having fun, guys. When they win and start having fun, you know it's bad. Oh my god, this is exactly what happened to Laboom and No One. They started having fun after they started winning, and then it was just over from that point. Tiski, you suck. Hit your shots, bud. Tiski, you gotta start to rectify your aim here a little bit, my man. He's gonna try and rip through their spawn. He hears them moving around, so he does have the drop on them. But do they actually anticipate the fact that he would be ripping on the flank is the question, because Fat Guy's getting run down and the other player's on the rooftop. If Fat Guy gets his one, then maybe we got something. But if not, I think Tiski might be chopped. Fat Guy's just gotta run away, and he simply can't. It's okay. It's okay, he's saying as his teammate just dies. Silent slide? No, not quite. No kit, 10 bullets, no time really for him to get onto the bomb site, especially if he's going to get shot in the side of the head. They let it loose. Yeah, that's true, Tiski. You're better running straight at them. Fat boy, that's fat guy to you, Trappin'. You put some respect. Yeah, we can team. How do I add you? I was joking, my man. I was joking. And unfortunately, you got to have some sort of a following in the scene for Counter-Strike in order to be considered for one of the seasons following, as well as the fact that you need to have some pretty high elo in order to be considered too. So check the 2 boxes, knife him. Nah, yeah, all right, just win the game, I guess. Run away like a little goblin. Okay, Tiski. You crazy little guy. Now he's just trying to win out. He only needs the last kill. He can just drop that smoke, baby. Hell yeah, dude. Ooh, don't leave Fat Guy, though. That could be problematic, but he trusts in his teammate, chat, and that is an important aspect of all fundamental multiplayer games that require team play. Put faith in your friends. Tony, charge them? Charge who? For what? What you talking about, bruh? Oh, that...
Kobe!
Yeah, all right. Nice nade, brother. Blow yourself to smithereens. That's a good strategy. Yes. But now Tiski's got to get off the wall. He can't be playing tucked. He can't be playing slim. Fat Guy hits his on the slapback, and at the end of this half, it might just be over. It might be wraps on the sticks, and we might be switching it over to a different POV. Languor's POV. No, I mean, actually, wait, he dies. Oh, Coco, he is above him. Good call him. Not quick enough on the reactionary changeup. What kind of headphones do you have? You suck, is what I thought he was going to be like. Hold on, I got to find Coco's stream. I thought I had it for free to pull up. Or wait, no, we're doing Languor. That's what I was switching to. Please, please, quick. Oh no, bro. All right, we're good. Oh, Languor, get out! He gets his one. How is it possible? How is it allowed?
I might have missed the whole clip. I would say.
I may have heard.
Oh, Languor, get out! He gets his one.
Okay.
How is it possible? How is it allowed? What the fuck are they doing? Dude, they can't be allowed to get that kind of a spray. They just spam him down. That's all they gotta do. They've got themselves in the work cut out for them if they go any farther, man. Come on, dude. Oh, that was the time for Tiski and Fat Guy to unify, man. To become one, to become interlocked, one soul, one being. My brain melts as they don't. And now Languor with his middle part's just gonna be hanging around on jiggling for either side for Coco to feel more comfortable.
I'm just jiggling for you, by the way.
Good comms to let him know that, because if he died on the swing up, he would have been pissed. But now both of them made known the molly to go high. Ray actually cancels it in time for Coco to find his double kill. The calmest but funniest commentator? I know. I can't be screaming at this time at night, unfortunately. It's just like not feasible, or I'm not trying to get a noise complaint or wake up my whole house. So I do appreciate that. Doing what we can, where we can, when we can. Bail me out. No, that's a miscomm. He did not hear him close to them. He heard them swinging from mid, and it's a little bit labor, but he still gets it. It's a medium distance MP9 spray. That's bold. But he actually does. He does think that it's bold. Oh, okay. That's a little respect given over from them right now, actually. Bagel giving a little bit of it over and back. Okay. See how that works out for them as they go deeper into this match. The fact that they swing out and get their duels, bro. Game time is on, and this is an 8-4 hold. This is beautiful from Languor and Coco. They simply can't let them through. They found our meta. Last round required, lock it up. Do not let them hit the golden gun. They've seen it so many times, I'd mentioned before. They've been there, done that, lost them. Can't happen now. Should be the end of days. Hitting that same peak that they have so many times before. And this now spots them with low money, I believe, Fat Guy and Tiski. I don't think that they're financially wealthy enough to get AK-47s again. And if they are, then Godspeed. But they're so quiet. They've been walking wherever they are going. They're going low and slow beyond any point of return. One of them hits the ground. Heard that. And they're still toying with them. Bagel just said, or rather Languor just said, he loves the fact that they go quickly and take the aim duels as opposed to sitting on their hands and waiting.
I think one is 4 and one is 4.
But Fat Guy and Tiski are taking this round a little more seriously as they've already traded damage. It's exchanged now to 46 to where that HE may finish the job that he started. Not quite. Now to go back in for a little bit more. A molly high and wide. If they enter the site, he may tick into that one, but he's waiting for Coco to get his contact before he's back onto it. One high, one low. Tiski spamming before Bagel is even peaked, but he's going to go for his clutch. He's going to make his stride back towards spawn, so maybe Tiski would think that nade goes off the wall and the bullets will finish the job. There's 3 more rounds left for them to close it, and they've got money just enough for one more buy. Coco and Languor, one more go. It may be not done. I said it. It's happened before. We might see it again. These don't ever cease to amaze in how they manage to go to the wayside for one team or the other. He hears a bit of a sound step, but he thinks better of calling that they're close to him because he heard it and he heard wrong last time. And now with that Molotov hitting the ground, languor can't help. Coco's got to hit his own timing, and he's going to have to be his own player, and he's an AWPer right now. The big sniper, the big green, he's inside the site, and Coco's the one who's got to kill him, but Fat Guy double kill clutch. Now they're broke. languor and Coco need to save right now, guys. They need to keep their money. Ooh, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. They might be losing a little bit more money than they intentionally need to. SMG, Golden Gun on the way. They might be pulling this one back. They may be making this one a long affair. Listen, guys, that Golden Gun makes the game all the more sweet for the stakers at home, for those of you with it all on the line for the winner. Here they come. Out and in. Coco goes wider after Coco does his damage. He gets that kill as well. The both of them on top of Tiski, who gets his double kill. Coco forgets. Or tries to pick up the AK, whichever the case. Either way, we're 1 round away. We're 1 round off. Chat, can you feel it building? The determination of Tiski and Fat Guy has to be overwhelming. They're both going to walk in the gallery. Coco will get his kill, and they're going to look to use the SMG to do it over again. Where has Fat Guy gone? Has he stuck around? Likely not, seeing as that smoke's up in his face. Breathe in and out. The last seconds of this one where he could get that AK-47 this time. It wouldn't be a problem for him to walk forward and trade weaponry. A minute on the clock to play with, to toy with his food. Yeah, that's Coco now forgetting another pretty crucial moment. That they can't go on his back lines. Could they eventually have slipped the net up close to him, though? Tiski with it all to do. He's done this much. They've grinded this half. From 8 to 4, they were down. And it all comes down to 1 round before the Golden Gun. A very important time for him to come alive. He needs to strike soon enough because Coco's going to go on a mission. He's going to start to walk. And he's got him with 1 bullet left. Tiski was low, but it's closed in regulation after all. They get it through. Let's get their thoughts. All right, guys, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm joining you. I'm not even going to move you. You deserve it. You're the winner. As I roll out the red carpet, okay? Listen, I'm a guest in your house now. Give me your thoughts on that game, because I was listening to your POV on the end, and you kept saying... You kept... Wait, holy shit. I'm sorry. I hear your POVs from Twitch. That's what I was hearing. I was like, why are you talking over me, bro? Shut up. No, but I was listening to your POVs, and I heard that you were definitely enjoying the match as far as getting into the aggressive fights were concerned, and I think that's definitely interesting. I didn't get to hear yourself speak on that first half, though, so give me a little bit of your insights on how that one went down.
I mean, they were just getting some nice timings. They weren't afraid to push and, you know, take the risk, which I respect more than like any other team played.
Yeah, that's definitely true. They were a more aggressive team, and they were starting to have fun. That's what worries me. That's what scares me most, I think. Definitely a little bit of a difference in style from a lot of other rosters, too, in that regard. So, going into this map in general, do you guys have, like, a specific change-up that you try to run when this comes into your field? Like, the more aggressive teams? Or, like, what's the change in mindset when you're having to sit on your hands for 45 to 50 seconds as opposed to that?
Yeah, I think when we're playing like more passive teams, we just go roof and we just jump spot for info and then just take fights together. But against this team, we just had to like split up and have like bagel holds. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, W's all around for you two. It feels like you came for this one to play and you left with the dub as a result of it. So although you might have been taken a little bit closer, win is a win, and you continue your way onwards, not dropping the ball on that one as your teammates had. We'll see you move on a little bit further beyond. I appreciate you joining me for the post game, and congrats again.
Thank you, Tony.
Always. Have a good night.
Good night.
Well, team, that's going to be that for another night of 1v1me CS2. The 2v2 league continuing on tomorrow for day 2. Make sure you tune back in 10:30 Eastern. As is always, I hope that you have a wonderful evening.